How's it going, everybody? Happy Thursday. My name is Kevin, aka Touring Around. You're watching Unboxing Thursdays, episode 186. Tonight, I'm going to be opening up some awesome Marvel Legends toys, some really cool pieces, and of course, chatting it up with my friend Paul. And we're gonna, have a good time. Hope you can stick around and enjoy the video. DK. Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Touring Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, they're archetypes.
Which is sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay. I have one. Do you see all the name?
Let's try them. Let's still try.
What?
That was the clip?
Yeah, that's the clip.
That was the clip. Oh, man.
I'm not going to tell you ahead of time. It's got to be a surprise. What's up,
see
everyone?
that coming.
Happy Thursday. If this is your first time tuning in, Unboxing Thursdays is a live stream that I do every week, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern here, where I sit down with a friend, open up some toys. I'm here with my co-host, my good friend DK. What's up, DK?
Hello.
Yes, very good. And yeah, we had a lot of fun last week. We had Robo and Veebs on formerly from the Foosh, now out on their own, doing their own thing, and it was a lot of fun. So hope you can check it out. What else is? Yeah, let's take a big swig before I throw it over to you, DK. What else is new?
Not much. I'm excited to open some toys today. Like, not much is going on.
You have a lot of stuff.
No, I still have the stuff from Backlog from like past 2-3 weeks. I've only opened like one toy like a week right now.
My whole life here is a backlog. But yeah, we have a toy show on January 28th in Mississauga. Be selling some stuff there. If you're in the greater Toronto area, come check us out. Selling some toys, and maybe we might have some friends showing up there. But let's not waste anyone else's time. Let's bring on our guest. You've seen him before on the channel, but if you haven't, excited to have him back from going back to my legendary intros for this person from Kim's Convenience, The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, but not seen in any Hasbro toy lines in figure form. He is Uncle Iroh in the upcoming Avatar The Last Airbender show on Netflix. He is part of a podcast that he sometimes remembers. We'll remind him later. Please welcome my good friend, Mr. Paul Sun-Hyung Lee.
What's up, everybody? Thank you
Yo.
so much for the
Hey,
lovely
Paul.
introduction, Kevin, and for only partially throwing me under the bus there. I
Which
appreciate
part?
you. About forgetting the name of the podcast.
We've spent countless hours together,
Yeah.
and I don't think that's one that I'll ever let go. That you're like, what was it? It was it's a podcast. There's that guy
We had been on a hiatus. I mean, I wasn't allowed to be on the podcast for like an entire series.
That's true,
Right? And I knew I was on a podcast at least. Right. What's up, DK?
How are you? I'm good.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you. He's finally promoted you from intern to co-host.
Yeah.
Is he going to start
Finally.
paying you now?
No.
Oh, man.
I don't think so.
You got to unionize, bro.
we got
One day.
One day.
You got to figure out this whole thing. Hey, Paul, thank you
Yo.
for being back. We got to hang out over the holidays briefly, but it's good to see you again. Lots of cool, exciting news. But sometimes, I notice, sometimes people see, they're like, "Oh, it's so cool! I didn't know Paul collects toys," and well, when they're not staring in your basement, but in general on the internet, this guy's like, "What? This is not a blue screen." But yeah, so I wanted to come on, have you back, open up some toys, hang out, and just talk about all the geeky things that you enjoy, and some of the
There you go.
look at those views, getting those views up.
Just wanted to make sure that you know, I got the appropriate backdrop for the live stream right there. There's a bit of a delay.
Make sure your whole family. No, then they're going to be stealing the Wi-Fi. But hey, thank you for being here. Can you let people know what kind of stuff are you into collecting? And even as I ask that question, I know it's going to be a long long answer.
Well, mostly it's fine china, some figurines, and I have an intensive porcelain collection and rocks, mostly.
I actually had rocks.
You had pet rocks?
Not pets. They were just smooth.
Just rocks.
Was it that video you sent us? That comedian was like, I like rocks.
Oh yeah, that
that
guy who he likes the feelings of rocks.
Yeah, helps him go to sleep or something. Yeah, but
no,
anyway, yeah.
Like many collectors, it started off rather innocuously when I was younger. The Kenner sort of and the Mattel Star Wars, vintage Star Wars. I mean, they were just action figures back in the day. And so I still collect 3.75. I used to collect theirs. DK. There you go. Ooh, you got.
I got one rock. One rock.
Got the rare one of one.
Yeah, I've had this rock for like 25 years.
There you go.
I don't know why. It's just a rock that I've been keeping in my drawer.
25. That's older than my kids.
Yeah.
So.
And you've
that's
moved
DK.
many times.
Yes.
Always kept that rock with him. Yeah, so I collect action figures. You know, as the years have gone by, though, and the sort of the fundage has sort of increased, and I've been able to make more decisions based on what I want to buy, and I have had the funds to do so. I've branched off into a little bit more premium stuff, so I'm heavily into the 1/6 scale Hot Toys, mostly Star Wars. I dabble a little bit in some brands outside of Star Wars, though. I've got a few Marvel figures. I got the Hulkbuster, Iron Man, some of that, and Back to the Future, Star Trek. I collect lightsabers, premium lightsabers now. I think I have close to 50 of them somewhere in storage. And I'm also an avid collector of physical media. And so I have one of the nice things about getting our basement back is I can start bringing my movies out of storage and realizing, oh, I already had this movie. I'm glad I bought it on Amazon again from other sites. So now I have like, oh, good.
Interesting.
Everybody needs a 5th copy of the thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna. That one's too obvious. I'm not gonna mention Spreadsheets there for that one. But yeah, you know, you've got a lot of stuff. You got the new basement. You got the new basement set up, like you mentioned, and yeah, I had a chance to walk through. It's an awesome space, and I can't imagine how much more stuff you have in storage that you might put back into display in there. So it's going to be interesting. Let's say interesting is the right word to see
Right.
how that process goes.
Yeah, no, I mean, one of the big things is just waiting for the module cases to come in. And that's a huge piece of the puzzle right there, because that's like it's a 20-foot span of space that I have to account for. And because we don't have it, I'm loath to put something that's going to be sort of feels a little bit more permanent in its place. So we've got some old shelves in there right now, but I don't want to bring out all my Hot Toys and put them up there, because I mean, it's going to be months anyways, but I don't want to get it settled and then have them come in and have to go through the whole rigmarole of taking everything down again, building up the module cases and redoing it. But I mean, it's at the point now where we need to downsize that storage space because it's costing a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, so how do we find this? How do we work this out? So be interesting.
Once you display all your Hot Toys, are you going to be keeping the boxes?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That is the big one right there. I've actually started destroying some boxes, getting rid of boxes. Not for Hot Toys, not yet. I haven't brought myself to do that, but I've got a couple of Black Series Star Wars helmets that I've been keeping the boxes, and I'm like, man, they're all cardboard anyways. I like the artwork, but
Yeah.
really they're just taking up space right now. So I'm just gonna bit the bullet, cut them all up, put them in recycling. Right. Haven't done that yet with the Duno Novo or the Innovos helmets yet, just because they do have that specific styrofoam sort of containment, and it came in really helpful when I was transporting them. It's like that they're literally built to protect the helmets, and so I'm loath to get rid of those. Whereas the Black Series ones, they're just boxes that they put them in to sell. So that was a little bit easier. But I cut up a 50th anniversary Lucasfilm Star Wars box that I got from Hasbro that had figures in it, and saving the box because it was a nice looking box.
I got
the
that
black
same
one.
box. This is the one with the timeline too.
Yeah, I chopped that up. I was like, no, it's taking up space. Can't fill it with anything. So I cut it up, and it's like, it's one of those things where it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
If you think too much about it, it hurts. But if you just cut them up and it's gone, it's like going back into the storage. There's stuff in there. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot I had this.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah.
We were talking about a pile of Ninja Turtles I found in the corner. Forgot I had it. But, it's got to go. We have, I'm holding them for a friend. He wants them now. A good way to, DK has the same foam that he keeps for his rocks too, for his rock collection. Protective foam.
Yes.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people in the chat. We got to catch up with that. I know that's a custom that you spend a lot of time on your channel too. Before we get to talking about that, Paul, what are you opening tonight?
I've got a number of things. I've got Micro Galaxy Squadron, First Order TIE Fighter, and the Bunta Eve Battle Pack that I'm going to be opening up. And I also have something from Blaster Factory. I'm also a collector of blaster replicas. And so over Christmas, what I did order, and it came in, was the Han Solo DL-44 Greedo Killer.
Nice.
A lot of people might not know that,
is that what it's called?
There were a number of different blasters that were actually used in all the movies, and this specific one was only used in the scene where poor Greedo gets murdered. It wasn't self-defense, it was murder. We all saw the original tape, and
preemptive strike.
Well, he was a very bad man, and he became a hero of the rebellion. And so that's a character arc right there. That's a beautiful character arc there. So yeah, the name for this, the official name for it, is the Greedo Killer, and there's some really interesting sort of details about it that are a lot of fun when compared to the regular A New Hope DL-44 that Han had. So we'll take a look at that as well.
Sweet.
But yeah, here's a sneak peek. So Bunta Eve Battle Pack, right? And the first New Order. Yes, the Blue Monday TIE Fighter, right there. And then I'm also going to be and then this is actually the cool thing about Blaster Factory is they actually incorporate real world parts. So there's an actual gun scope. These are mounting rings for it.
Okay.
That they've included. Yeah, Weaver Classic top mount rings. So we're going to be mounting the scope onto the DL-44, onto the Mauser, which is actually a Denix replica. I think it's a Denix replica. So that's been modified.
That sounds awesome. I like that they're using real parts. Kind of gives you the feel of like the movie prop where they used every day.
Yeah,
like real things to put on a real life gun to make some of the props. Awesome. Can't wait to see that. DK, Mr. Backlog, what have you got tonight?
I think I'm going to open up Sanji that you helped me pick up.
Very nice. What was that, 6,500 yen? I think I was chatting with somebody. I forget how much it was.
65.
Yes. Hell yeah.
65. I'm going to open this, and then maybe I'll open this really old Transformer wheelie that is a remold of another toy. But yeah, I'll see.
Paul collects Transformers too.
What do you collect,
very sparingly?
Paul? I know nothing about this.
Sparingly. That Soundwave, I'd forgotten that I had asked Abel to pick that up because it was like a pre-order from like last year. Okay. And then I bought the Soundwave off of the other. There's a nerd group that we're part of, and one of the members, who's also named Kevin, is selling off part of his collection to make room, and one of them is a Transformers masterpiece or master something. and it was a Soundwave,
Masterpiece.
and it had
Oh, nice.
all the cassettes, which for me was like, oh, okay.
Sold.
And so I bought that from him, and then just last week, Abel's like, hey, look, Paul, your Soundwave came in. I'm like, God
Damn it.
Ooh, perfect.
so
Nice.
yeah. And I did get the Optimus from Kevin as well.
The Masterpiece one?
Yeah. So
There's another
Yeah.
Soundwave
yeah,
that I just happen to have next to me right now.
nice.
Yeah.
No,
Cool.
there's certain Transformers that I just love. Soundwave was always one of them, and we never had Transformers. Like my parents, they were always like, one line. You can get one kind of toy, and it was Star Wars.
Look at us now.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was the thing, right? Like we didn't have a lot of money growing up. My parents were very good about sort of sheltering me and like protecting my sister and I from that.
Mhm.
So we never felt like we were wanting anything. But it was always, like I just had Star Wars toys, no G.I. Joes, no Transformers, right? Just the Star Wars stuff. And some Lego.
Everybody's got Lego.
Yeah. Well, because as a parent, you're like, you're going to become an engineer. So play with this stuff.
Yes.
Learn how to build. We'll invest in that. So.
And then all they end up building is gorilla style traps throughout the house. Did something just hello there, or was that me? Or maybe it was your side. Doesn't matter. I am opening tonight. I've been excited to get this. A Marvel Legends Hawkeye on Sky Cycle. One of the coolest releases last year. I didn't get a chance to pick it up. But this Sky Cycle looks really cool. And I know you're a helmet guy, Paul. So I saved this one for tonight. Or I thought this would be appropriate for tonight. This is the Hasbro Marvel Legends roleplay Magneto.
Okay, cool. I forgot about the horns.
I don't think it is. Are there horns in every version of Magneto?
No.
Or maybe they're not as prominent or
I don't
stick
think they're
uppy.
as prominent.
Yeah. That name is kind of McClunky. Well, hey, it's I've been reading the chat. Thank you, everybody. I'm seeing a lot of familiar names. Some people, I haven't seen in a long time, since like Boba Squadron days. Miss you. Thank you for being here. Let's take some time. What do you say, Paul? 45 minutes? Say hello to everyone?
Shut up.
What?
Shut up. Start now. I'll time you. What's that?
All right, start now. We have first meaningful chat. Jack Porkins, welcome. Is that the same Jack Porkins that came to the toy show out here?
I believe so.
If so, if not, either way, good to see you. Win or lose, channel member, what's going on? Bad Wolf Media, what's up? It says everybody ready for a rockin' good Thursday night. Cheers to the Butter Nation and the Bitter Brigade. Hell yeah, thank you for being here. Aaron S. Was in the chat earlier. I don't know if you deleted your comment, but he was yelling at you, Paul, and then he realized this wasn't your channel. It was it was my channel. I don't know if he deleted it in shame, but I saw it. I'm kidding.
What was he yelling about?
He's like, "Oh, are you off filming a ketchup mustard mayonnaise commercial?
Oh,
That's why you're streaming on a Thursday." And then he realized it was here. Carrie Fanti, what's going on? Two people over who are over on the Patreon. Thank you, appreciate you. Taco Boy is here. What's up, Taco Boy? Dom Muchichiaro, Tommy K. Should we do the usual?
Shut up, Tommy.
There you go. And the chat, I'm sure, also said it as well. Mr. Ryan Clark is here, another channel member. Chris Christie, what's going on? Says, cannot stay long, but wanted to come say hello to everybody. Good to see you again. Let's see. Toy Rensu, what's going on? Another channel member. Steve3. Hello.
Steve3
says happy Thursday, nerds. Paul Morales. Good to see you again.
Oh.
Stream Elements, what's going on? Jason Barnes, welcome to the show. Happy Thursday. Daniel, what's up, Daniel? I'll see you soon, probably this weekend, next weekend. Fine Tip Creative Studio. I wonder what kind of tips. You check that out. Thank you for being here. Brick Something, what's going on, Brick Something? PD Dubs, happy Thursday. The Chamba is here. What's going on, Chamba? This should be a good one. Carrie Fanti, Jack Porkins, Prophet 924. Good to see you. Jason Barnes says, anyone in the US heading out to MegaCon in 2 weeks? Which one is MegaCon?
That's in Orlando, I think.
Oh,
And they got a killer lineup.
a lot of don't they have like Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen, or am I thinking of something else?
I'm not sure about that, but they're just crushing it with everything else. It just seems everybody's going there, so I wouldn't be surprised. Everyone except for me.
And me, unrelated. Balantabor? Balantabor? Yo yourself. Thank you for being here. Burnt Vidar Larson, welcome back. Says Bitter Vader 74. Hello, Kevin, or should I call you Lando? Why am I Lando? Ask Paul. Literally Ashen Figs. What's up? Hankin is here. Thanks for tuning in. Bitter Troll, another channel member. Good to see you. Man Beast Boy. What's up? Torrentsu actually gets points. He enabled me to buy something from AliExpress. Thank you. Yoko McCann from the Boba Squadron podcast. Hey, Yoko. Good to see you. John to the Ross. What's up? And RMD. Yes. Good to see you again. Luis is here. Says hello to all these wonderful people. It's so nice to see everyone being nice in the chat to each other. John to the Ross, Yoko, Chris Christie, never forget Star of Train 48. I think that was before my time. 1-6 shooters here. What's up, Trevor? And am I caught up? I think shower Polly. Oh no. Andrew House has saved my Hiss tank to unbox tonight. That's awesome.
Ooh, nice.
That's a nice one. Yeah, if you guys are watching tonight, unboxing something while you're doing it, you can post a picture on Instagram, tag me. It's cool to see what everyone's opening at the same time, and you can share some of those photos. Gross Fidelity, what's up, man? Good to see you again. Highly Articulated says spoons. You collect spoons, or are you a big fan of the tick?
It's when we were talking about what I collected.
Spoon!
I have pockets.
Lady Marine, how's it going? Although she's saying hi, Charles. To Charles, of course. To all the Charleses out there.
We are Charles.
Mike is here. Says rock paper child. Just trying to figure out what that means, but that's awesome. Bitter Troll says my kidney has rocks. I'm told. Oh no.
Yikes.
Rick Jones. What's going on? Riley Bob, thank you for tuning in. Let's see. Yoko likes lightsabers. Steve 3, Commander Green. I remember this name during the Boa Squadron shows. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Mark Rose is here. Let's see. Kirby Kai, what's going on? Micro Galaxy Squadron, of course. Cole, good to see you. And Sam Rock, what's up? Kurt K says greetings from New Jersey. BC DeLorean says Han shot third.
McClunky to that.
McClunky. That's such a weird thing to update. But yeah, that's for another day. Patty is here. Patty, what's up? Arvin, and let's see. Manic Mike, welcome. T-Strills, did you get Optimus 2?
Yes.
The first Optimus?
You said he got Optimus.
Yes, I did.
X Venom. Your friend says Sanjiro. How are you supposed to say it?
I said Sanji? How did it say Sanji wrong?
Sanji Wong.
How did they get Sanji wrong?
I don't know. Usually it's
Venom,
Yoko.
let me know.
It's usually Yoko that corrects pronunciation.
Sanji.
Sanji?
Oh no, someone's gonna kill me.
Sanjai.
Sanjai sounds so rough.
It's pronounced Sanjai.
Actually,
Sanjai.
Sanjai.
I don't know.
Nose Rain, what's up, Richie? There it is again. Was that me?
I think it is you.
I don't have any sounds though. That's weird. We're gonna lose. Come on, what's going on? Patty is here. RMD.
So easy, is it?
What, to read the names? Come on, it's been 7 minutes. It's been 7 minutes. Hey,
Hello.
good to see you, Darth Clueless. Angela, hey, welcome back. Did I get the Lando comment again? Angela, good to see you. Ways of the Sith. I'm doing it. Ryan Dole, what's up, dude?
Dolster's even in the house.
Kenny
Look at that.
C3, yeah, Dole, he got a lot of Star Wars stuff lately, and yeah, he's going crazy. Patty, and there's a lot of great repeat names. Yeah, I got this. See, Kirby Kai says, "Where's Ernie?" It's early.
He's in the shower.
He doesn't watch this channel.
Dead
Dead
just in
Man,
the shower.
Dead Man 1. Yeah, what I don't know. Let's get into that part real quick. Ambam 489 says, "I got my Carson Teva helmet today.
Nice.
Congratulations. That's very cool." And 17.2 Nate, what's up? All right. Ernie, who is not an intern. What is he?
Prospect
For the Boba
probationary
Squadron.
prospect.
Had a stream last night. You and Yoko and a bunch of other friends were on together, and he was talking about watching very casually too. How did he just bring it up, insert it into the conversation?
Well, I wasn't there. I wasn't privy to that. It just sort of Yoko brought it back and said, "Oh, wait a minute. Let's see if we can, like, you know, straighten this out," because Ernie says you'd back him up on this. And apparently Ernie, because he's super busy, watches live streams in the shower while he's showering. So he'll bring his phone into the shower and he'll comment on it too. And he's like, "Right, Paul? Like, you do that, you know, that's what you do. You step in there and I'm watching it, right?" And I'm like, "No, man, I just shower. When I'm in the shower, it's business. I go in there, I clean, I don't bring my phone in." He's like, "What?" And he just seemed so taken aback and hurt that I wasn't like on board with him on that. I was like, that's just a little odd. I thought it was odd. I mean, I don't want to yuck his yum. And more than anything, it was just like the assumption that, yeah, Paul does it too. It's like, no, not a lot of people do. And then started a very spirited discussion as to, you know, what people deem appropriate and inappropriate in the shower, right? So
there are a lot of toy streams, and I think, you know, it's not a bad idea to get some stuff done while you're in there. I mean, you don't even really have to leave. You can install garbage disposal in there, prep your foods, do everything that you need.
Do a Kramer, pull a Kramer. Sure.
That's so good. I don't ever want to get out. Yeah, that's kind of insane. But yes, we got through the chat in 10 minutes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, but you skipped like 1,000 people.
No. They were the same people, but like repeat messages.
Uh-huh.
You know, so it's not a contest, but I want to thank everyone who's chatting and who's here watching tonight. All the channel members in the chat. Again, if you want to be a channel member on YouTube, it just gives you access to some of the emojis that you see, extra emojis that people are using in the chat. So thank you for everyone who's a channel member. We've also had some people move over to Patreon, which has been a lot of fun. It's just a way for you to support the content. It gives you early access, ad-free to the videos, and it's for as little as $5 a month. Or you can join the higher tiers. We do some watch-alongs. This Sunday, I think we're gonna try and watch Kung Fu Hustle. The previous weeks we've been doing Batman the Animated Series, or there's also free tier on Patreon if you want to just follow along to some of the posts in there. But it's been awesome, and like I said, everything just goes back into preparing stuff and videos and content and equipment for the channel. Winger Lose brings up a very good point. The Fallen Fett has been a winner of gifted memberships on this channel more than once, 2, maybe 3 times. And the first time he gloated. He's like, in your face, everybody. I won. You guys all suck. I don't need to be a channel member. And then he got dressed down by Chamba. So Ernie finally hit 500 subs and is able to monetize. He has a stream last night. Winger Lose, super generous, did 5 gifted subs, and I got 1. And it was perfect. It's is that karmic balance?
Not if you gloat about it.
I didn't because I
But what are you doing now?
No, I'm just
We're
saying.
just sharing?
This is a
Kinda gloating
retelling.
now.
This is a retelling of what happened because I was worried about Chamba messaging me. Be like, nah, mate. Can't be doing that. Dole, Star Wars fan first next week.
Yeah.
Did I say all this?
I've got a prediction.
What is it?
You're not going to hear anything about Carson Teva. That's my prediction.
Your
Yet
helmet,
again.
Your helmet's out. It's
My
shipping
helmet is
from
out.
Pulse.
Which
if
is
you-
literally the easiest thing they could do. It's literally just I'll bet you they didn't even put in sound fonts, like different sound fonts. Right?
Are there?
It's just-
Do they have sounds?
Yeah. Even
Oh.
the Trapper Wolf one, you've got two settings. One from season 1 and then from season 2 as well. Right? And so like it's one of those they have little sound clips that you can
Right.
do, right? And I think for the Carson Teva one, it literally is. It's just a repaint, straight up repaint, repackaging, and they're great at that because that's all they seem to be doing lately is repaints and repackages.
With Trapper Wolf lines, like.
Probably just the Trapper Wolf lines.
All right. What do you think is the most quotable Carson Teva soundbite that would be that should be in the helmet?
Where's
Wow.
my figure, Hasbro? That's all it's gonna be. Where's my figure, Hasbro?
Can you
Where
imagine
is it?
everyone who ordered it? And they're pressing.
And now it is, where's my figure, Hasbro? Where is it? Yeah, look at me. Where's my figure?
My Malibu Stacy is definitely.
My spider senses are tingling. That's probably what it is. It's all Mando. It'll all be Mando lines.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It'll all be
'cause
Pedro. Right. It's like,
I can bring him in warm, or I can bring him in. I don't remember saying that. I mean, lock S foils. You saying lock S foils in attack position would be dope.
yeah, it's from Ahsoka.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Probably
from Ahsoka, right?
too
So,
recent for it to get into that release.
No,
You saying?
I mean, there's so many
Chopper
lines.
Till.
There are so many lines from season 2, season 3, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka. You know, they didn't give me a ton, but the stuff that they gave me, I like to think, was done very well. But no, I mean, I don't know. I don't rate a figure, so I'm not even going to bother to guess. Well, my guess is it's all going to be, it'll all be Pedro.
They're just Grogu lines, and it's
Yeah.
just cooing and. But
No.
that's happening January 23rd. Let us know in the chat. Other than Paul, what your predictions are. Carson Teva action figure. I mean, Dole and I have been pressing that Star Wars team, so let's hope that happens.
Yeah, and I feel bad for them because they're just the messengers.
Yeah,
So I mean, and that's the thing. And in all seriousness, though, it's kind of fun for me to bitch and moan about it. And so it's much like Jimmy Kimmel sort of ragging on Matt Damon type thing. It's like it's more fun to do that now than to actually get the figure. So I'm kind of hoping they don't announce it just so I can complain more, because that's in my mind it's fairly harmless stuff, and it's just an action figure. They're toys.
yeah.
And stuff. So I hope everybody realizes that this is done very much with my tongue firmly planted in my cheek. And Kevin did not tell me to say this because he didn't want to get in trouble with Hasbro. I'm saying this of my own free will. I'm going to put on my big boy pants.
The views of Carson Teva. No, I mean, I get it. Like, once you get the helmet, the joke kind of goes away. And I mean, I completely understand. I had a sketch video reel every day for Mezco trying to get my 89 Batman, and I still had stuff, ready in the chamber. But once that figure came, it's like, joke's over.
Yeah, but a helmet's not a figure. I mean, if we're going to split hairs, helmet's not a figure. It is literally the laziest thing they can do. The molds are made, right? It's literally a repaint and a repack. That's it. Like that's their specialty. Come on. How many repaints and repacks have they done? How many versions of the Mandalorian have they released? Right? Like of that figure. How many?
I think Win or Lose, had the most recent count at 12, I think, and then now they have the new body with the butterfly joints, which
Yeah. Malibu Stacy with new hat. Like, I get it. It makes money. Hey, let's release a figure that's, from a video game that's 15
Oh,
years old that nobody asked for, and put in a special 2-pack with like stormtroopers that everybody always has, and let's jack up the price. And people ate it up. They know.
I wanted it too, but
There you go. See? So you do something like that, and you slap limited collector's edition, you create that scarcity,
Mhm.
and then people lose their minds. Right?
So they were just winding up for the Carson Teva figure.
Yeah,
Right now, that's what they're doing, man. They're just winding up.
They gotta build the budget for you because
They
you
can
have so
keep
many
winding
looks. You have so many looks and outfits. Just been crushing it over the last few years. What's up? I want to say what's up to Matthew Toy, some other enablers in here. High School Creations, good to see you guys. I miss you, my friends. There is a Bacon McShig is in the chat.
Mm.
Yeah, I hooked up with Hera. High five, says the Carson Teva element in that voice too. Oh no, let's not get the character canceled. But yeah, you get to be, you're in Star Wars. You're a huge fan. You get to play out the fantasy of being in one of your favorite properties, and not only just to be in it, but to be in so many scenes, so many seasons. Again, it's really, really awesome to see, and I'm super happy for you. There's just been some stuff going around last week. I don't know. I don't remember if we talked about it. Some like person on the internet was saying, like, a psychiatrist was like,
oh, that moron.
Star Wars, women don't actually like Star Wars, or something really, really
absolutely
stupid
asinine.
like that. Right?
Just absolutely asinine. And the fact that this guy this dude, I mean, it just living proof that people just crave attention, be it negative or positive, and this guy seems to crave negative attention. The fact that he would be so arrogant as to bring on a so-called expert, because that's what it is, right? You bring one person on who has, I don't know, like, according to them, is a trained professional psychiatrist,
Right?
And they speak about how somehow this person is a spokesperson for an entire gender,
Right.
which is absolutely friggin' ridiculous.
Well, to be fair, I always ask Yoko to speak on behalf of all women sometimes when I have questions. So no, I know
that's just absolutely ludicrous. I mean, come on, man. That is just so dumb. That is I mean, you really like that. That's the lowest of the low. That's a vitriol. That's a kind of dissent. That's a kind of gatekeeping garbage that honestly gives fandom a really bad name.
Mhm.
Like, what's he trying to say? That girls aren't real fans, right? Women aren't real fans. Go away. This is my turf. Only I and my friends get to do. Only the real fan. I hate that. That is like absolute garbage. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. That mentality, that sort of, like, honestly, you're not a fan. If you don't want to share it with everybody, you do not love the thing that you say that you are so protective of, right? Like, how can you? True fans want to spread that wealth. They want to share the joy. They want other people to enjoy it and love it as much as they do.
Yeah.
That's what true fans do, right? They don't try to keep it for themselves. That's just a greedy, miserly little fuck. So, pardon you just got demonetized. I don't fucking care. That's how mad it makes me, actually. And there's not a lot, that it ticks me off. This whole thing is like, oh, I've been a fan all my life. Yeah, so have I. Doesn't make me better than you. Doesn't make you better than me. It just means you have been a fan for that long. Good for you. Good for you. And you can monetize your channel, and you can do all these things, and that's great. But somehow it's not enough. It's not enough, right? Like, you got to control it. And hey, you know what? It's lovely because he likes to rip on all the stuff that comes out, and it's like, okay, great, you make something, and he is, and lovely, good for you. But I'll tell you, if you want to dish it out, you're going to have to be able to take it. And I would love to. And I haven't done this yet. I haven't seen any of the work.
Mhm.
But it's like, as a creative, you would think that he would be a little bit more, understanding about the struggle of how hard it is to actually create something and put it out there and take that risk and be vulnerable and try to share a story. And not everybody's going to love that story, right? Because I mean, and that's the height of arrogance to go, I can do a better story. Okay, good for you. Good for you.
Yoko. What should I like instead?
Exactly. Just not
Obviously.
Star Wars, Yoko.
Obviously anime. Well, I mean, like, you talk about working on set, and the amazing people that you work with are, they're all fans too.
Yeah.
Right. Like, it's insane to have, a professional. I don't know if people heard the full story. It's a female psychiatrist. I forget. It's the same thing. It's not the same thing, is it? But she was saying, some women don't actually like Star Wars. They're just trying to fit in, or something crazy like that. And
How about this?
it's
Sorry.
absolutely ridiculous.
Some men are like that too. Not all men like Star Wars either. Like that's how stupid that entire sequence is. That he would have somebody come in to speak on behalf of an entire two genders, basically. Because he's basically saying all men are hardwired to then be true fans of Star Wars and love Star Wars. Hey man, I've met dudes who can't. He's like, no, I don't like Star Wars. It's like, cool, okay. I don't like everything you like. You don't have to like everything I like. Welcome to the real world, right? Like that's. But sorry, I just keep going about this. So this dude brings this woman on.
Yeah, I think that's
trained
basically
psychologist.
it.
Yeah. And to what point? Like, what's the point dude's trying to make? That anybody, and really he's lashing out at all the content creators, all the female ones, who are have Star Wars channels, have their YouTube things, who do create content and love Star Wars. He's basically calling them all fake and phonies and not real fans. To what end? Like, what is this? How fragile and delicate is his universe that he cannot abide? Like, he takes such offense. Oh my gosh, she's creating Star Wars content. It can't be better than mine. I better attack it. It's ridiculous. It's so. Oh my God.
What better way to enjoy something and take it to the next level than sharing with somebody else who likes it, right?
Yeah.
We're sitting here opening toys. Yeah, I can do it by myself. It's more fun with friends. We get to do this together and look at cool shit together. And then the fact that it's like, why wouldn't you want other people to also like the stuff? I think the most beautiful part of the whole thing is that, like, some of the female content creators you spoke about, making reels with that audio playing in the background, and just showing like all the videos of all the stuff that they do in the fandom and them like enjoying it and having fun. And like, I think that was the best response. And it's like, tell me again what I like and what I don't like.
But here's what I hate too. No one should ever have to validate their fandom.
That's fair.
I shouldn't have to prove to you that I'm a real fan. Like what? Are you some sort of like government organization? Are you an actual representative of Lucasfilm, where you got to go through and you have to vet people to see whether they're true fans or not? No, you shouldn't have like that. And that's what kills me, is the fact that people feel like, well, now I got to show that I'm a real fan. It's like, no, you know what? Don't give this dude any attention whatsoever. That's how you kill the dude. It's just like, he says something stupid, ignore him and watch the. And that's the thing. That's, as fans, that's the best thing we can do, is just like, okay, I'm not even bother, and like unsubscribe, don't watch his content, not even to hate watch it. Oh, what's he gonna come? Just, you know what? It's like mute that channel type thing and put your money. It's like when movies come out, and I say this too, it's like, if there's something coming out and you want to rail against it and you think it's so dumb without even having seen a single scrap of footage on it, right? It's like, and put your money where your mouth is and don't watch it.
Yeah.
Don't see it. If you're going to dump on something so much that you're going to judge it before you've even seen it, then put your money where your mouth is and don't watch it. Or if you do, then you have to recant. If you like it, then you have to do the full-blown I was wrong,
Yeah.
eat shit pie. Just go and say, I was wrong, there's this and this and this, and I will be better later on.
Okay.
So
Gary Fanti is a very good point. If you're looking for publicity, say something controversial about a passionate fan base. I was trying to, this is true. I was also trying to click on your comment, but the chat moved and I accidentally clicked Sonny's. What's up, Sonny? But this is also very good. The way Paul is getting is how I speak on the Fast and Furious franchise. So stupid. Yo, I posted a picture. For the first time today, I heard about this Madam Web movie that's coming out February 14th, which is like 3 weeks away. So I posted some pictures and you know, when I post some of this stuff on Instagram and I'm like, hey, dope or nope, I want to start the conversation, right? You don't have to like everything that I post. You can say like this doesn't look great. This you know, I'm not a fan, or I love this. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna like be upset because that conversation is what I'm interested in hearing. But then there are people who are like, this is the worst in filmmaking I've ever seen. And this is total dog shit. I'm like, oh shoot, where did you watch this movie?
right.
How did you come to
Yeah.
that conclusion? It
Yeah,
just
yeah.
doesn't seem
Yeah.
open-minded, but you can't change everybody's mind.
You know, it's almost like it's become some perverse contest. You know, who's the biggest fan? Who can complain the most? Who can shit on the thing the fastest, the quickest? There's a lot of resentment, right? Yeah. There you go. But there's a lot of resentment out there, and it's just like, where's this all like? Honestly, that shows deeper issues in your life. That if the idea of a movie helmed by certain people that is about a certain topic would infuriate you so much, especially in the genre of fandom, like a spider person, like a Spider-Woman movie would get you so mad. You know, it's ridiculous. If there's deeper issues, you're facing much deeper issues. And that's the thing. And I think too many people, they try to validate their own self-worth through their fandom.
Yeah.
And that's completely not what fandom is. Right?
Yep.
It's people have lost sight of that. It's crazy to see that. You know, it's like this is why we can't have nice things. People don't enjoy stuff anymore.
True. Yeah.
Right? It just takes one or two people to really rock the boat and ruin it. And the sad thing is they touch a nerve with other people who feel disenfranchised or angry about anything. And they go, this is a quick, easy target of opportunity for me to let my frustration out too. So they jump on board. And before you know it, there's a toxic wave of assholes who are just spouting the same bullshit. Right? And it's, oh, yeah, strength in numbers. Fucking cowards. Cowards. That's all they are. They're cowards. Yeah. Right? It's like, and this is why we can't have nice things. And this is why shows get canceled early. Or why people why it gets to the point where corporations or like these studios are like, well, we don't want to upset people, so we won't do this, we won't do that. You know, it's just like, I don't know, if I was making a show and people just kept ragging on it year after year, even though we're doing good work, you know, and still after a certain point I get sick and go, you know, I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun. Right? Why would I pour my heart and soul into something just to have somebody who hasn't even seen it, who doesn't get it, rip into it? And it's just exhausting. So you kind of go, okay, that's fine. We just won't make any more.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And sometimes it's just it takes one shitty comment like that to bring someone's whole vision or kind of drive down. But sometimes, you know, people who leave nice comments, that can mean the whole world too. It's kind of incredible. I think Yoko might be drinking. She says, I love everyone here. I've never heard her be so nice. She says, I may never say that again. So there you go. Matthew Toy says, this rant was so captivating. I've just been standing here in the shower and now I think I've over-conditioned my hair. Uh, let's see. Jason Lowe, what's up, man? Jason, good to see you. Good to see you again. Let's see. All right, let's get into opening some toys. Yeah, Paulie, what are you gonna go with first?
I'm going to start off nice and easy. I'm going to rip open this Micro Galaxy Squadron First Order TIE Fighter. Right here. Nice and easy.
First new order. Patty, I think I brought this up earlier, says if we weren't fans, tell that to my bank account and all the money I spent on toys and cosplays too. Yeah, it's just a wild statement to make overall. Let's see. Yeah, Star Wars. There's an announcement last week or the week before. I know I got a little excited over it that they announced. DK, throw it up now. Oh wait,
Boom. Look, we just cancel each other out.
Go. The Mandalorian and Grogu announced as a upcoming film for theaters. I was obviously very excited where we previously saw your character interact with Mando. And I'm just like, I've made the speculation, the conclusion that, it's there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff in this movie. I'm excited to see this. And there's also did they mention there was supposed to be another season before the movie? DK, can you?
I'm gonna go Helm. No, I don't think they said anything about that.
Directed by Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
And I think co-produced by Favreau, Kathleen Kennedy, and Dave Filoni. Begin production in 2024. And then there's also going to be, I think, the new, like a Rey Skywalker movie coming up too.
Oh, did not know that.
Season 4 was reworked into this movie, says Arvin.
Oh.
Spoiler, that's actually Teva in the armor holding Grogu. That's why the Din Djarin lines are in the Carson Teva helmet.
No, that's me in the exploded starship. That's it.
Oh man. All right, I'm gonna open this.
Yeah.
Wait, I'll open the helmet first. That way, if it's good, I'll wear it for the rest of the stream. What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
Oh man.
Actually, you know what? I've already opened this up.
Open mine too.
Oh, Sanjai's got the hot foot?
Yes. Sanji. Sanji's has the hot foot on. And yeah, this is dope. The flame feet it's like there's one flame feet that goes this way, and then there's the other flame feet that I guess it's reversed. Right?
Oh, nice.
But yeah, and then this one part, which I didn't know what it was, is like you can actually, it's part of the hip that then you can put the arm and in to act like it's like in the pocket, but then it's like another piece.
Oh,
so yeah, so it's a swappable piece on the hip.
Swappable pant pocket?
Swappable pant pocket. I was like, oh, interesting. Yeah. So yeah, pretty dope, in my opinion.
I want to say what's up to the homie 796 Studios in the chat earlier. What's up, man? He and I have been going down a terrible new rabbit hole of, well, just like another line
anime
that we don't know. Not even that. Beyond that. Beyond that. Paul, we talked about all the stuff that you have to move into your collection. Has there been any lines or toys that you're kind of holding back from getting because of space danger?
Not really. I mean, the inevitable slowdown after Christmas happens, right? Like January is obviously a very slow month and stuff. I mean, that didn't stop me from pre-ordering all the new Hot Toys that they're released. So, but that's like that's like those are 2 years out, right? Those figures are 2 years away. So, in the meantime, it's been great sort of rediscovering what I have there, and so like that's kind of like that's given me the that scratch that itch about buying things. It's like, oh, look at this, so I don't feel like the urge to sort of like I've gotten the endorphin rush from finding things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Like rediscovering all the movies that I have. It's like, oh right, that's so cool because I am getting so sick of streaming, like trying to find the movie and the depending on the internet to sort of like not crap out on you and stuff like that, and like which service is it on. Now I've got them all here, so it's like, and not even all of them. I've got like maybe half of my collection here, and even going through, it's like, oh yeah, I wanted to watch this, I wanted to watch this, and this. Oh, this isn't on Netflix, and this isn't on, Prime or on Disney
hate
Plus.
searching every single app,
Yeah,
every streaming app that I have to try and find a movie.
yeah. So that's cool. I mean, that's the nice thing about it. And again, it's like, and then remembering, oh, I have this toy too. And like looking for it. So it's like another hunt in the storage area. It's like, I know that blaster's in here somewhere. And so digging through, and it's like, and then discovering all the other cool things along the way. It's like, oh yeah.
Are there Heva shippers? Hera? Physical media. Yes, I've seen a lot of posts lately about Best Buy kind of getting rid of their physical
That's
media
heartbreaking, man.
sections. And, I remember, do you remember you used to buy DVDs and Blu-rays and you'd get like a digital download code
Yeah.
to watch it?
You still do.
Do you still get them?
For some of them you can, but you don't own those digital downloads.
Yeah, they're licenses to stream it whenever you want, right? So once you lose that, or if that
They can take them
service
back.
goes down, it's gone.
Yeah. And that's what I hate about it. Just the dependability of having a physical disc. You get way better sound from it, and usually a better picture. I mean, it's getting better now where it's not as noticeable, but still, I mean, a 4K disc, I'll take that over 4K streaming any day. What's happened? It's just me. Oh, there he is. His overhead camera.
There we go. Yeah, I just switched to a new computer, so I don't have everything comfortable and normal like I normally do. Figure report. What's going on, Mikey? He has a question for you. Says, well, everyone, I guess. What's everyone's favorite non-Star Wars Favreau movie? I want to say Elf.
Like that he directed or that he's in?
Yeah, way to not be specific, Mike.
Iron Man?
Half question. I want to watch Chef.
I haven't.
That's a good movie. It's very sweet. Chef? It's a really good movie. I like that.
All right, good to know. Where is it streaming? Also, Paul, let me pose this question to you. How professional is it, do you think, in the middle of a stream to get up and go, I'm going to go get chips and beer?
I mean, there's different levels of professionalism. I mean, are you paying somebody to be here on this stream? Because if you are, then there's a different set of expectation, right? And on the other hand, too, I mean, like DK looks so happy now, so
yeah,
that's what
He's
the
a
stream
happy
is
boy.
about. Happiness.
All the
Doritos.
colors, all the colors coming back to his face.
It's a beer run, man. I don't know. I can't. Honestly, I can't fault him for wanting to get booze.
Thanks, Paul.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Although you should mute your mic if you're eating those chips.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just a
Freaking
little
animal.
Call him an animal.
So the Black Series helmets don't come with these. I know the Lightning Collection helmets did. This has a stand.
Make your you should make your screen the biggest one because I'm having difficulty seeing. There you go.
So it has a base.
Nice.
It's just a simple.
Does it say Magneto on it?
Yeah, it
I
says
saw some
Magneto.
embossed. Is it raised?
I need some better lighting from this angle.
Oh,
There
I
you
see
go.
it. I see it. There you go.
Magneto. Then this goes on to give it some height. And at the top, there's another piece to kind of balance it out. You can place the helmet. It looks like it's floating on there. It comes with some foam stickies. I guess so you can space it out if you have a small head. All right, let's try this.
Here we go. Any money on whether it gets stuck?
No.
I just
Not-
realized I can't use my headphones after.
You also need padding. It looks like a
It looks like it hurts.
it looks like a little kid wearing his dad's helmet. Or one of those simple peasant farmers that they conscript into the army, and they go, "Here's your armor," and they're like, "Oh," and they're holding their rakes or their pitchforks, shaking their boots with the equipment that's way too big for them. That's what
I
he looks
can't
like.
hear you, but I know you're making fun of me.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
This is awesome.
Very much so.
Magneto on a podcast. We can't hear it.
It's Magneto's kid. And so my dad said I wasn't allowed to wear his helmet, but he's not here, so I'm gonna wear it.
I need the foam pads in there.
Yeah. Well, the good news is it does fit over his head.
It's too big.
What did he say?
No, the good news is at least it fits on your head. It's like there's something very sad about, like, for the Black Series helmets, like, I've got a bigger head, and so some of them don't fit. Like, you put them on and they're too tight, and that's a bummer because you buy a helmet, you want to wear it, not all the time, but some of the time.
Do you fit in the Trapper Wolf?
Only if I take the pads out.
Okay, because
Yeah.
it would be absolutely tragic if your head was too big for Carson Teva.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Oh no,
They're all the same. It's just a repaint.
oh no. I can't even put together something as simple as this stand.
Do you have the instructions?
Who needs that?
They tell you what to do.
Instructions are to me like spreadsheets are to you. Don't care for them. They're unnecessary. Enjoy life. And I think, you know what? As I made that statement, now I finally understand you as a non-spreadsheet sheeter.
There you go. See, like a cheap stand versus, like, I don't know, like a $400 hot toy, and not knowing how to, which part you should be able to take apart safely. That's another thing. I don't want to take a risk on that.
Yeah, Kev, you need some padding for it for sure. It looks like it's too big.
I said you look like one of those those movies where they conscript the farmers to fight in the war, and they give them all the armor for the big dudes, and it's like hanging off his head, and there you are with your wooden pitchfork shaking, going, "Oh, now I have to fight the other warriors."
I'm like Steve Rogers pre-Super Soldier Serum.
Yeah,
exactly.
Same physique too. That's cool. There's like a design on the inside. It's nice. Lately I've been kind of rethinking my displays, not just figures that are 1/12 scale that are superposable, because I'm not doing much toy photography anyway, but what will look cool on the shelf as a display piece or in the background, in the background of a stream like this. So I've considered even some maybe some statues for Jujutsu Kaisen, because if they're super detailed and posed out nicely, they would look cool. Or some of the bigger 1/6 scale figures, if you have a lot of Hot Toys behind you, Paul, those would, or on your shelves when you get them all set up, it makes for a really great display.
Yeah.
Versus 200 littler like one
in a row.
Yeah, 1/18 scale vintage collection. Like, those are fun to take close-up pictures of, but in the background would be a little bit. It doesn't. I think the larger ones look good. Kirby Kai says, wear a toque with the helmet. It'll likely fit better. Yeah. It looks. This is the same stand as the Lightning collection for sure. I have the Red Ranger helmet autographed right there. How's the thing you opened, Paul?
Oh, it's great. It's right here. Opened it. Took me 2 seconds. Just rip that package off. The cool thing about this one is it's slightly bigger than the TIE fighters, the OG TIE fighters that they've released. So it's just a little bit bigger, and I think that's kind of cool. I guess that is to take into account that you can fit 2 pilots in here, just like in The Force Awakens, where Poe and Finn were both in there. There appears to be a gunner seat. Now you only get one figure with it, but focus. One little figure, which is cool for a sort of TIE pilot. And let me see. Hold on a second. Let me just move this microphone over here so I can do this. The other cool thing is, let's zoom down a bit. There we go. The other cool thing is, the level of detail inside the cockpit is actually quite sweet as well.
Damn it! I tried to move around to look.
I know. See. But I do love. This is why I love this line, is because the detail, and the canopy even is see-through, right? There's a translucent dome, so you can actually see through it, which is great. Like, look at the detailing on the twin ion engines, right? And then the solar panels themselves. Yeah. Really, really cool stuff. That's the other thing. Like, I am a sucker for miniature ships. The bottom, what I love about this design too, there's a little ejector button, so you can pop out the figure without having to, shake the ship around to get them out.
That's smart.
Them out. Sorry, and then
Bitter Troll says rolling up to the X Mansion to threaten them, and they just laugh at you.
What's the paint like? The paint app on the helmet like? Like, does it look somewhat metallic? Does it
almost
does it just look like plastic?
No, it's got a bit of like a glittery. What would you call it? You know how some cars have that candy apple red kind of glittery finish? This is not as bright, but you can kind of see it when you look. It's not just a plain flat. Is this magenta? Red? Purple?
The detail on that pilot too. Like, I love that they have a little touch of paint on the life support box and on the armor. Pretty dope.
Very cool. I need better light on here. Pearlescence. Thank you.
Yeah, like little flecks of sparkles.
Metal flake.
Sure.
All right. I'm just gonna have to wear it like this for the rest of the show. For people who don't know, you also have a YouTube channel called Bitter Asian Dude Inc. I have it linked here in the video description. And you do something, pretty similar. You just hang out with your chat, the Bitter Brigade, as they watch you unbox things, fumble through some of the tougher instructions and batteries. What are some highlights? What are some things that are common on the stream that you can tell people if they're not already watching there?
Well, I mean, like you said, I basically open up. I have many collectibles that I haven't opened yet, and that's how the channel started. And so I just start opening up some geeky collectibles. I do a half-ass review, and we chat basically. And there's a drinking game, which is a lot of fun. There are certain things that get repeated every episode invariably, and whenever one of those things happens, you take a drink, and the drink doesn't have to be alcoholic. It can be anything from coffee, tea, juice, milk, blue milk, whatever floats your boat. I happen to drink alcohol most nights, and so for example, I swear happens. Surprise, surprise, you take a drink, right? If I use certain phrases all the time, like nothing can be easy, or for those of you who don't know, you take a drink. All these different things, and it's fun, and people can keep track. And for that rant that I had, people would be absolutely hammered by now if we were doing the drinking game, just because there was a lot of swearing. So
Yeah, some of those topics. Come on, I started off with Hasbro and then
there you go.
Star Wars
See?
gatekeeping. Yeah, your chat
That's
would have
it.
been in the
This-
hospital for alcohol poisoning by now.
Yeah. So that's yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's what we
Oh,
do.
Dole said I'll talk to Alex to make Dolverine versus Kev Nito. Yeah, I'm down. That would be cool. Yeah. Do you know if you're streaming this Sunday?
What's this Sunday? I should be, yes. I should
What?
be streaming 7:00 p.m. Eastern on or abouts. And primarily there's a hot toy every week, pretty much. So I think this Sunday I'm going to be opening up the Wrecker hot toy 1/6 scale. What's that? We're only waiting for tech, and then the entire Bad Batch or Force 99 will be complete, minus of course Omega. But the other ones have already been released. Hunter, Crosshair, Rekka, and
Tick.
Tick. That's it. Just the 4 of them, right? 4?
Ricka. You said Ricka.
I did.
Yeah.
Echo.
I might
Echo.
have something for you if you want to open it this Sunday. We can
Cool.
meet up. We have to meet up and drop it off for you. Oh, I
All
also
right.
have the fancy almonds.
Oh, fantastic! I paid you for those, right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, good.
So DK, you know when you go to the Asian store, you get the wasabi peas.
Yes.
And so earlier last year, I
Yeah.
learned there was sriracha peas, which took it to a whole new level. It was spicier, delicious, new. And then, get to Paul's house. He has
Good save.
I'm the master of Magneto. Oops.
It slipped.
Could you please hand that back to me? Paul's house with wasabi almonds.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're have you had them? They're next level, man.
Yeah.
You have?
And you were just keeping them to yourself?
Well, I
Yeah, gatekeeper.
guess. Yes.
This
Oh,
guy.
here we go. Yes. Only I can have it.
We well,
You're not
you
a
know
real
what?
almond fan like me.
I kind of understand that because they're so hard to get now, and we actually got them from Tommy.
Oh,
So
nice.
Tommy K, yeah, he got us onto them. It's like, oh my god, these are fantastic, and you could only get them at Galleria at the time.
does
Right?
everyone
Every
know
place
about
else was
this?
sold out. I just learned about it, and I shared them with you right away. And that's the thing. The wasabi almonds are not what you think. They are sweet, right? Like that's a flavor you don't really associate with wasabi. When you have the wasabi peas, crunching them, they're more savory.
Mhm.
There's a subtle sweetness to them. So
Yeah, I got home and I'm like, we need to buy these. And then we were looking and I'm like, it was expensive. I'm like, man,
yeah,
Paul's living the dream. He's got like, I go to the Joyce, like, how come we've never had this before? Like these are good snacks. You guys had like all the best stuff in the house, and I'm like, man, I need to get on a Star Wars.
no, we had company over it, so you get all the fancy stuff out for the company. Right? You
Nope.
brought the fancy like bespoke soju,
Oh yeah.
right?
Well, it's a fancy bottle. It means classy. It
Right.
means classiness. Hey, what's up, Kayla? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Mega J Retro is asking, does it have lights and sounds in the helmet? No. So for this one, it's just one piece. It's one piece. Maybe this part is glued on, like a separate mold, and they attach it together. But it's a simple helmet. There's no mechanism. I don't think that it needs a mechanism like a Power Ranger helmet, for example, where you need clasps and hinges and everything for it to open and close. It's literally a bucket. Even the Star Wars ones have moving, what's the microphone or
Yeah.
blast shield that comes down. But this is just a one piece Magneto helmet with a stand. And you can add the extra foam too.
How flexible are the cheek parts? Like, are they fairly stiff, or they?
I can go like
Oh,
this.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, structurally they're okay. Just be careful of that.
Yeah.
Can you squeeze them together and let me know how strong it is? Yeah, you should be careful when you do.
Snap. Oops.
Yeah, I manage like 4 SKUs of like the almonds.
Sorry, you manage?
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember like where have I tried this, right? And this is at work, right? So we list it's Blue Diamond. Blue Diamond makes some almonds. So Blue Diamond has almond blueberry, there's an almond smokehouse, there's almond sriracha, and then there's almond wasabi as well.
No,
These
I'm
ones
not.
are the ones that you got, Kevin, are Korean.
Korean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can find
I'm not gonna compare Blue Diamond to.
You should. No, like
should.
what is their interpretation of wasabi almond? Like that's what I'm curious about. Like, is theirs more a traditional sort of savory, what you would think a wasabi almond would taste like?
I had no idea going in,
Right.
no expectation.
Right.
That's why,
That's
that's
the
why
thing.
when I had it at your house, they're like,
I'm pretty sure it tastes the same as roughly around the same as your Korean ones.
Well, I think we should do that
settle
throw
this.
down that taste test.
All right, let's do it.
Let's settle this.
Do it. Yeah, man.
10 paces at
At
dawn.
dawn.
Turn. Crunch.
10 almonds at dawn.
Are there just 10 on the ground and we have to pick them up? One,
Go.
2. Blue Diamond is sweet, but I had a bite.
But had a bite?
Maybe.
But had a bite. Okay.
Had a bite. Like spice bite. It's a weird sentence. Hankin says Patreon content. Is that
Only in the shower. So you saw Hankin actually he actually jumped onto this Ernie stream last night from the shower. Yeah.
No, wait. What?
Yeah, we were like an hour and a half into the conversation, and Ernie, he puts the link up there on StreamYard, and Hankin was in the shower.
You're kidding me. I did not know that.
No, check it out on Replay Crew.
Oh no, that's probably banned. Taken down. Kayla says hashtag shower nuts. Just sitting in a bath reviewing almonds, and one drops in. I have to fish it out and eat it.
Yeah. The bag's full of water. It's pretty sad.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yoko, that actually happened. This is why you can't just be letting everyone in. You got to screen them and see which room of their house they're in.
Oh, he did screen them. He saw it and he knew what it was. And he needed to make that. Ernie's like, this is a win for me. Somebody's actually watching the stream in the shower.
In some ways, he was probably really happy that it validated his point.
Well, I'm pretty sure Hankin just jumped in the shower after we've been talking about it just to get that reaction, and it is awesome. Legendary. So,
Hankin, you rock for that one. I can't imagine watching a stream. Are you on speakerphone? Like, are you playing it out loud? Is he wearing AirPods? Does he have Bluetooth speakers set up?
Yeah, no, he was like through the phone, and we could hear the water. It's very loud, but he could hear us, and yeah.
No, don't be sorry, Hankin. You owned it, and you took that bit, and then you ran with it. So I respect that. That's awesome. Just don't ever back down from a bit. Don't ever stop halfway, and you didn't. I was wearing board shorts.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Sure you were. Yeah, sure, pal. All right. I mean, you collect some Marvel stuff too, right? You mentioned Hulkbuster earlier that you had. Was it Oh yeah, I was there when you got the
You
Hulkbuster.
were there.
Yeah. Man,
oh my god, I got
wife
in so
pissed?
much trouble. We were there. It was that tailgate party, sales party at Heroes World that you had set up. Ostensibly, we were there to unload a bunch of my Black Series figs, and then it was Eric. Eric rolls in, with this gigantic box, 1/6 scale Hulkbuster, and I was like, "Oh, damn, I forgot." And Anna was like, "What is that? What are you doing?" So,
I think your car went back with the same
Yes.
weight, if not more.
Pretty much. Although shout out to Tommy, he moved a lot of my merch, which was great. A lot of the toys went. What scale is that? Is that a 6-inch fig?
Yeah, this is Marvel
Legends?
Legends 1/12 scale.
I don't collect Marvel Legends.
Got your ever important
Silica bag? Oh, instructions.
do
No,
not-
that's
do
an
not eat
FCC
it.
warning. That's just the whole. This contains plastic. Do not swallow.
Louis says, "Did I hear wasabi peas? They're only good when you." Oh no, my drink. They're only good when the first day when you open it and they're fresh.
Yar.
After that, they're not. They have no bite, as Trevor says. Jason says, "Paul, did you get the Hot Toys Hydra Stomper?"
Oh, I was looking at that, honestly. Especially with the little Steve Rogers from the What If. That looked really good. But that's, for me, it's too much of a slippery slope, because then I'd want, Captain Captain Carter.
You need Captain Carter to go.
Yeah,
with it.
you have to, and then it's just then what do you stop from there? And it's bad enough with the Iron Man stuff, because I actually did put in a pre-order for the because it's all die cast, like the Iron Man Mark something that just came up. I can't even remember it. It was just shiny. I was just such a
You're talking about Hot Toys, right?
yeah, Hot Toys.
Yeah,
1/6 scale. So it's stop. I got not the Magneto. What's its Mysterio from No Way Home.
Yeah.
Just because I saw it in person at Toy Traders in Langley, and I was like, oh my god, that just the bowl with the smoke in it looked incredible. And so I was like, okay, I need to get this figure. And it was like, well, you can't have Magneto. You can't have Mysterio without Spider-Man. It's like, god damn it. So I went and got a Spider-Man, but then I stopped. Until the Hulkbuster.
Until that thing showed up.
Yeah.
All right, DK. I got Bad Wolf Media. I got a bone to pick with you on this one. DK, you got to give me a big screen on this.
Okay.
Bad Wolf Media says, I'm not saying Kevin should pander to guests, but he has Paul Sun-Hyung Lee on, star of Star Wars Television, Kim's Convenience, upcoming Avatar, a Ghostbusters fan, and he's opening Marvel Legends. Look, if he had a Star Wars action figure, I would have that to open for tonight. I would plan it to be the exact same night. If there were Kim's Convenience action figures, I would buy the hell out of them, and they would have a dedicated display in my room, in here. Diorama, characters, everything. So don't act like if I didn't, if it was available, that I don't buy it. Upcoming Avatar, nothing is out yet. What do I have here? This guy, okay? This is the best that I can do.
And it's not even me.
It's not racist if it's the same character. It's an Iroh, okay?
It's an Iroh. That's right. It's not even my Iroh.
It's one Iroh. Where was the rest of that statement? Ghostbusters fan. I don't do Ghostbusters. I don't do Ghostbusters. So I'm not gonna buy stuff just because it's Paul. Sorry, Paul.
That cut me. Cut me deep.
Okay, little Boba. I brought a helmet. I know you're a helmet collector, and I brought the Magneto helmet.
Right.
That's a good fit.
Right.
So you make a good point, but if these things existed, that's what I would be opening with Paul right now. But they don't, and I shan't. Rant over. RMD says, Paul, did you grab the Hot Toys Vader from Obi-Wan or Return of the Jedi Vader?
Yes.
Or
that's two, right? You know that's okay. He knew what he said.
Yeah. I got them both. To add to my 40th anniversary Darth Vader and the other Return of the Jedi one from Sideshow. So.
No,
what are you laughing about?
He said, Kim's Convenience figs, I would have a dedicated shelf in my goddamn shower.
Oh, boy.
That's where Ernie keeps the Paul shrine.
That's right.
Trekkie B47 says, I would buy a whole Kim's Convenience playset. Heck yeah. Thank you for watching from Twitch. Sam, I would totally buy Kim's Convenience action figures if they made them. There you go. With a convenience store diorama too.
Oh my
It's
god,
like,
that'd be
that's
awesome.
Multi-use, man. Like the inside, with all the shelves and the whole store and the out.
Mike, man, I should commission him to do that.
Mikey?
Yeah,
High School
get
Mike?
High School Creations. Commission him, build me that. Get me that diorama.
That's a good idea.
Maybe he's still in the chat. Bootleg Kim's Convenience action figures from Mexico.
Yes, they're Jim's Convenience.
What do you have? Can you bootleg something that doesn't exist? I mean, yeah, I guess it's not like
You don't have the license.
yeah. That I would buy it. Jack Porkins, please Google it. I would buy the hell out of that line. Kim's Convenience needs the in-action type PVC, like 5 POA reaction. Yeah, I would buy that. I'd buy the hell out of that. Wasabi nuts. Wasabi nuts where when Terrence wore those short shorts.
Yep.
I'm not a real Paul fan. You know what? You're right. Fucking gatekeeping as a Paul fan. Full circle.
There you go.
Full circle. The beginning of the show and the end. Yeah, I mean, we talked about Star Wars and Kim's right now. Dude, like that's not even everything for you, man. You have a new trailer came out a few weeks ago. DK, I will present screen share this part so we don't cancel each other out. For Avatar, I can't scroll, can I? Avatar The Last Airbender, in which we mentioned you play a version of this character, Uncle Iroh, and there's really awesome picture of you in costume, full costume. People in the chat, let me know. Is Avatar The Last Airbender a property that's near and dear to you? And if so, what are your thoughts on the trailer? I'm not going to play it now because I'm not going to demonetize myself like Ernie did, playing every single popular K-pop song on full. It's just like immediate repercussions. But the trailer I thought looked like dark and gritty, and it looks like a world that's lived in. You know, the sets and everything look really nice and detailed. DK, can you zoom that? Enhance. Look at that, man. Do you remember when you came back?
No.
That middle part of your beard?
My beard, my mustache?
The mustache part, yeah.
Yeah.
And you did that live stream?
Yeah.
Man.
It's
That
cold.
was crazy. That was
It
crazy.
cold.
But you know, given you already have the rare gift of an Asian dude with a really full, nice beard. And then to go, how much of this one is prosthetic or like a prop, and how much of it is yourself?
That one it's a little bit, if I remember correctly, it's a little bit earlier on. So there's a lot of help happening there in terms of the extensions and the inlay. So as we get later on, as my beard grew out over the course of the season, there was less and less of it, which is great because I hated all that glue.
Oh, that's
it was
true.
just so cold and so itchy and just like, and we'd be filming 10, 12 hours a day. And like that stuff's only got a shelf life of about 4 hours. And the hair and makeup team were spectacular, as was everybody really. Like the wardrobe department, like they just knocked it out of the park in terms of the look. The wigs were on point. The face, like just to maintain that look after hour 4 was just it was uncut. It was a battle. But I think it looks great. But that's quite a bit of help in there right now. Obviously, I'm wearing a wig, and then for the mutton chops and a little bit, there's inlaid hair in the mustache and a bit on the goatee right there. There's a full piece actually over the existing beard that I had because it wasn't long enough.
Right.
And so that was the uncomfortable bit, is they would put glue on top of my beard, right? And then they would put a hairpiece attached to that.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's like if somebody glued something to your hair, it's not comfortable because they'd have to put glue on top of your hair and then stick something on it. And so it was just, and you can imagine how itchy it got after a while and how hot it was. So
And for hours of shooting every day, right? That's crazy, man. Let's see. Brick something, what's going on? Says now I need convenience action figures with Dungchi action feature.
That's great. You squeeze the legs and the arms go.
And like the old school toys.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just read up Avatar. One of the best uncles ever. Yeah. Get Kyle on Kim's Ultimates. Super 7 Ultimates Kim's Convenience action figures? Yeah, Kyle, pitch that, please. We have diorama royalty. Tracy from Earthlings is here. Tracy, who has made a Kim's Convenience diorama.
Oh my god, like the exterior of the store is on point.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I think that was the first one that I saw where I was like, I want one of these.
Yeah.
And from that point, I was following Tracy's work. She's been on the show. She made a Toys R Us storefront diorama for me.
Oh, wow.
And it's one of the coolest things. She put little details in there, Boba Squadron details in there. I'm forever grateful for that piece, just to own some of her work. Tracy,
I gotta commission her.
He's commissioning everyone.
I know. I need to. Well, and it also showcases their work, but you're also, I think as if I was in that how flattering is that? Somebody thinks enough of your work that they'll pay you to create something for them.
Yeah,
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, man. These are artists, and it takes time and their experience and crafts and dedication to put in that work. Definitely, if you can get those commissions in from these artists that you love. Yoko says, I tried pitching it at Super 7. What was the pitch like though? Like how did you sell it? Lego Kim's, I'm sure someone's built that.
Yeah, I was looking it up. There was a lot of different models.
What the hell? Someone said Mysterio Bong. How about Appa's face as a ring? I may know someone.
I like that. So when you punch somebody in the forehead, you get that imprint of Appa's face.
Oh my god, there you go. Dude, you started a bidding war.
Oh, there we go.
If Mike doesn't make it, both Tracy and Mike on Best in Miniature on CBC. Come on, how cool is that? It's great.
Well, it would be, what I would love is I'll get them both. Like I'll do one for the exterior and one for the interior.
I thought you were gonna say you'd get them both, put them in a competition.
Competition.
Like the show.
We're well past that. Stick a knife in the middle of the room, tie them together by the wrists, and say go.
Hell yeah. Oh, Jack, there you go. Here's people replying to Avatar. Jack Borkin says, tea enthusiast and mentor to Zuko. The only reason I'm going to check out the Avatar show is because Paul's in it. Awesome.
I'll take that. Thank you, Sam.
Are you ready to get ripped, Paul? I feel like you get that asked a lot.
I know. It's like, we haven't even been renewed. Like, we have no idea if we're going to go season 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. And everybody's like, oh, you better get on, Sarah, work out. It's like, and I keep saying to everybody, dude, it's I'll wear a green shirt. And then they'll be able to digitally put in all those muscles. Or they'll just stitch my head onto some buff guy. The dude who's my stunt guy's name was Don. And he was, oh my God, he was incredible. And he's buff. It's like, yeah, just we'll just stitch my face onto, like, digitally. We'll superimpose my face onto him. And yeah.
I mean,
just do that.
You can do it for yourself, and then one day Carson Teva is going to show up like completely
I
jacked
love
with
this.
a skin tight flight.
Here's what I love. It's like, just do it for yourself. If that were the case, I already would have done it. Don't you think? I mean, that's what everybody. Oh yeah, just get ripped. It's like it's
Yeah,
not
just
the
like that.
easiest thing in the world.
Just
right?
like that.
Like, like Kumail Nanjiani, he was secretly working out for like a year,
Yeah.
right, before the reveal for the Eternals,
Right.
and like that's a huge. But he's getting paid for that,
Yeah.
like a large amount of money, right? So I'm not saying I'm not getting paid for like, but I'm not getting paid. So it's like, you poop on company time. That's a smart worker, right? You do it on company time.
Yeah. I mean, you got to
Self-improvement. That's for the
meal.
weak.
You have to meal plan and
Yeah.
have a trainer and a nutritionist, and you got to get up. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't have anything else to do, like that's where you get up and you work out like 2-a-days. It's tough. But I'm just saying, a completely ripped Carson Teva shows up one day, and everyone's like, "Carson, what happened?" And you're like, me and Hera broke up, so I wanted to go out, get back in the game, and I thought the best thing to do was to completely transform. I could see that happening. I know Ryan Dole's already played that scenario in his head out, as I said it. Yoko says, Paul, did you see TikTok where the girl referred to you as Uncle Daddy, and is that how you prefer to be addressed now?
That's crazy.
He didn't say no. He didn't say no.
See that. I did not see that.
There you go. Oh, all the Avatar fans here. Man, Beast Boy says, when's it drop? Has that
February
been
22nd?
Oh, next message, of course. Good reading. Good reading. Do you like to imagine whose hair it was? That's crazy. Can you imagine sitting there? How long does it take to apply? Not just wearing it for hours, but how long was the application process?
The first time was 6 hours, and then they got it down to 2.
And you're like, where did this come from? You don't want to know.
Yeah, it wasn't real human hair. I hate to break it to you.
That's such a stupid question. I love it. Loki's the best. Oh my god, I love this chat. Yoko, Kevin, were you good at your job? I just want to know what the pitch was that Yoko, tried to sell it to the higher ups at Super 7. I think Tracy's down for best in miniature spin-off. I mean, they're both CBC associated with host Paul Sun-Hyung Lee. That would be great. Carl, man, what's good? Passing out already. Long day. Good to see you, man. There is a Toronto Comic-Con coming up in March. I think I'm gonna try and go. DK, I don't know if you're free. Do some more videos and interviews and stuff with Carl too.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Round is a shape. I gotta get in shape. All right, I'm gonna try and put this Hawkeye together. Paul, what are you opening up next?
You still haven't put it together?
I've been enjoying the conversation with you guys and writing this Carson Teva fan fiction in my head.
Do you want me to open something, or are we gonna watch you put together this bike without instructions?
I mean, you don't need to focus on me. I will do this flawlessly, so
Okay.
It wouldn't be very entertaining for anybody.
Okay.
DK, did you open everything?
Yes, I opened my 2 things.
That was
On the
fast.
big screen.
That
What?
was fast.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna open up this Bunta Eve battle pack. And for those of you who don't know, oh, that's a nice transformer.
This is Wheelie.
Wheelie.
Yeah.
Send Paul the link. He wants to buy one.
No, already got another Soundwave and an Optimus Prime on the way. So
Trade DK.
what part of no Jeez,
Sometimes I just like to
Stir the
kind
pot.
of stir the
Stir the
pot,
pot.
start some shit, and see
Yep.
how your wife reacts,
Yeah,
and then I run away.
I appreciate that. I really do. This is the Boonta Eve pack, which is the pod racers from episode 1, Phantom Menace. Got little Anakin Skywalker and Sebulba.
Little orphan Annie.
They're pod racers here. Hey, Kevin, are you still looking to get a prize like one of these packs? Is that still on the list of things?
Yeah, if someone finds it in the group, I'll take it. But I'm not actively buying those because I don't know where to display these things right now,
Right.
especially in the reorg. I don't know if people can see here. This is a tower of totes with a NECA Street Dial that I'm selling and a bunch of Ninja Turtles and just stuff that I don't know what to do with it yet. So
yeah, Space Danger is real.
I can wait. I'm not in a hurry.
These come with stands.
Oh,
There
finally?
are stands involved here. Let me zoom out now. Oops. Dig up, stupid. There's stands. This is one of the big things that a lot of people who collect the line were complaining about was there's no real way to display some of these ships.
Yeah.
And so these ones this is nice. I know the TIE Interceptors for the Destroy the Death Star battle pack had stands so they could sit properly. But this is really cool. That's a pleasant surprise. Did not know that. Nice stands. So it'll give the speeders, so the pod racers, the appearance of floating, which they do.
Yeah, I think it could have benefited a lot of the earlier line ships too. I was surprised they didn't come with those.
Yeah. There we go.
I don't know why when you said nice stand, it sounded like Dumb and Dumber. And that kid was like, "Pretty bird,
Pretty bird, pretty bird." Nice stand, nice stand.
How did he know that I got
He was
gas?
sick. He was sick. His head fell off.
I just thought he was a little quiet. Of course, Yoko's favorite film.
Oh yes.
I guess I wasn't looking closely enough, but this is soft goods front flap and butt flap.
Ooh,
Which I
premium.
guess is important so he can sit down.
It's that would qualify it for a deluxe if it was a Black Series. Jack up the price. What is the price point on that?
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's a deluxe.
This is this is Ducks because it has a whole vehicle too. I gotta double check the price. Tracy says, Paul, was there a huge difference with your experiences being on set? Mandalorian versus Avatar versus Kim's?
Oh God, yeah. Kim's was a great show, and that was considered an A-tier show for CBC. But like the biggest difference, I mean, the job itself, acting is pretty much the same. Hit your marks, learn your lines, deliver. But the scale of production is so much more different. It's just like Kim's was a half-hour episodic series that we block shot 2 episodes at the same time. Primarily a studio show, and it was a quick shooting schedule, 55 days for 13 episodes, whereas something like Avatar was 7 months of shooting. I wasn't used every day. In fact, I'd like maybe shoot 3 or 4 days out of every 30, like out of every month. So there was a lot of downtime, but when we went, it was pretty intense. And again, just like the scale of it, just because it was such a huge show in terms of cast, in terms of set pieces, when we were on location too, it was just a massive undertaking. And the same thing with Mandalorian. And again, this Mando was primarily a studio show as well. There were some exterior shots, but those took place in the back lot, so it was very self-contained, and very easy to sort of control and very private. But again, it was just like a gigantic show with a lot of cast members, a lot of moving parts, a lot of crew. And the technology involved too, with both Avatar and of course Mandalorian, using the volume, or sound, was that stagecraft, ILM stagecraft, and then which is proprietary to ILM, and then in Vancouver it was Pixamondo, using the same thing as virtual stages. So the one in Vancouver was much larger, though. That was the one that was like, I think it, at the time, was the biggest one in North America. I think it still is. But but once you get down to the nitty gritty, your job is basically the same as a performer. There's just a lot more happening around you.
It's very important thing on this channel, food. Who had like the best in terms of like craft services?
Oh my God, Mandalorian, hands down.
Yes. What was?
Oh jeez, dude.
Okay, let us know.
Yeah, honestly, okay. And I'm not disparaging Canadian productions at all. And again, I think it has something to do with budget. But we were shooting Mandalorian in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
The other shows were shot in Canada, Vancouver, Burnaby, BC, and Kim's obviously in Toronto. And it's just like, there's no comparison.
Right.
There's no comparison. You go down Manhattan Beach for Mandalorian, they had this huge tent area where there were like 5 or 6 different stations where you could get food cooked right in front of you.
Oh my
God. It
God.
was fresh off, and you could pick and choose what you wanted, from salads to meats to veg to all these different things. Yeah, that was spectacular. So mealtime was always like incredible, and the subs or the substantials, you get a snack. Like the union stipulates, after X number of hours, you're supposed to get a substantial snack or a meal, right?
Substantial snack?
Yeah, substantial. So it's not like here's a bag of chips or here's a cookie.
Right.
It's got to be something like a sandwich or a little cup of pasta or something, right? Something. So they're called substantials.
Okay.
Yeah, just like, wow, like next level stuff. I will have to say the craft, it was interesting. There was a big sort of health push at the craft services in Burnaby. So like, and I thought this was really, really weird. They did not serve pop. Like, you couldn't get a Coke, or in my case, like I wanted a Diet Coke or Coke Zero. They was like, no, I'm sorry, nobody's got access to it. I said, well, why not? Well, they've deemed it's not healthy for you, so we're not serving it on the set. It's like, but you have a whole tray full of candy and chocolate and sugar right there, right? And so that's the line in the sand. No pop.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's the only thing. And like, I drink diet soda, so I just like something sweet and bubbly to drink. And I go, oh well, there's lots of these. God, what were they called? Bublés. And it's just like, I don't want seltzer. I don't want lightly flavored seltzer water. I want something that's, I want a pop, basically. And I found that extremely, like, eventually they did have a stash that they brought in, but they were very judicious about. Yeah, no, it was like, it's weird, because I even asked, I said, look, can I bring my own stuff in then and just keep it in my trailer? Because this is kind of ridiculous that, if I want to have a can of pop, I'm an adult. I should be able to get a can of pop. It's not like I'm asking for crack cocaine or like, or like whiskey or vodka or tequila. It's pop.
Maybe that's what they're worried about, that it's just a gateway to other people asking
oh my God.
for those things.
Stop.
Like, they're like, Appa over there gets soda and I can't get a little bit of heroin?
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah. Because that's what it is.
See?
You got it all figured out, Kevin.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
So
that's
I'm
cool,
making so
man.
much noise.
No, that's what we're supposed to do. These knees are super tight. I'm worried about I'm gonna warm these up with my hands. You don't need to full screen this.
I don't think it works like that, man.
What do you mean? Your body produces heat. Heat loosens the joints. Haven't you watched The Matrix? The human body
Yes, but
produces
not with toys like this? Like, has this ever worked for you?
All right. If my wife uses an eyelash curler and she can warm it up between like like sitting one leg on top of the other leg with the eyelash curler in between, I can warm up these legs.
All right.
Iroh
I'm not
style.
trying to gatekeep you or anything like that. I'm just.
You would.
I don't know. I'm just.
You totally would. Note carbs for book 3. Oh yeah,
God,
Rick.
okay.
See, it's important. Rick Jones was asking, "How's the food on set?" There you go.
Yeah, no,
There you go.
it matters. Honestly, if you have good food on a set, you can. It does immeasurably increase the morale on a set. So
See, it worked, DK. In your face.
In my face, yes.
he just wanted you to put it in your mouth instead of using your hands.
Steve Morrow says, Paul, did you do theater in school? My
Yes,
son is
sir.
in high school theater and enjoys how theater is a family. Wondering if it's similar on a studio set.
Yeah, you know, what's the question? Like I did do
Hold
theater. Sorry, I thought it was a question of whether I did theater, and yes, that's my primary training was in theater. That's what I took in university. And in fact, a lot of my work early on in my career was on stage, primarily because when I was younger, my hair was falling out. Okay, Paul, did you do theater in school? My son is in high school theater, enjoys how theater is a family. Yes. And it is, you know, on set, if you're main cast, absolutely. That's what it becomes, or at least at its best, that's what it should be. You know, because you're spending a long time with a lot of the same people, and hopefully everybody's getting along really, really well. And that's fantastic. You know, in a theater show, it's the same thing. It's way more intense because you have a rehearsal period. It's a very finite amount of time, and it's usually very short. So it's like maybe if you're lucky, you get 3 weeks of rehearsal, and then you get like a 2-week or a 3-week run. So it's like 6 weeks, really intense, working with the same people, spending every day with them. And so, yeah, no, I do like that. On Mandalorian, the more I came back, the more I don't want to say I was treated better, but the more familiarity everybody had with me, which was really, really nice. So like people recognize you, they go, "Oh yeah, I remember you. You were really nice," and stuff. And so you build those relationships, which was great. And the same with that's what I try to do on every set that I'm on, is really sort of connect with, especially the crew, because they're working their asses off. They're there before you. They leave after you. They do the majority of the work. Their entire job is basically to make you look good. And so I show my appreciation for that always, because it can be a very thankless job. Yeah, like on the best sets, that's when, you know, and that's the number one on the call sheet, the lead actor, they set the tone for all of that. And it comes from the top down. And I can absolutely say with 100% certainty, I've always had a great time on the set of The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett and Ahsoka. And I had a great time on set for Avatar and for Kim's Convenience. So yeah, it's I did not do theater in high school, though. It wasn't until university that I discovered acting and that I could be an actor. And that's when I once my, you know, I realized, oh my God, I can train, I can learn this. Yeah, man, it was nuts. Loved it.
It's so cool to, you know, you're expected to know what you want to get into, what to study at university by like high school time.
Yeah.
It's like, what field do you want to go into? Like, it's so hard. And to
Yeah.
hear that, like, hey man, I didn't discover this till university, and you know, to your acting ability, and I'm not just blowing smoke because you're here or we're friends, but like I tell you this all the time, that like some of the scenes and between you and Andrea on Kim's, it's like it's brought to me to the point of like tears because like the interaction between like a father and a daughter and how all those scenes played out, like
Thank
it's so incredible, man. Um, like I've been posting about Run the Burbs season 3 coming out, and people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that after Kim's. I love Kim so much," and like that's one of the things like people will tell me like, "Oh, it's such a good show." Even Hankin said he's watching it. I think he's in Australia,
Great.
and I'm like, "Yeah, man, just the dynamic on Kim's with you and the family. It's like 1 minute you're laughing at Appa, and then in a split second, like with the snap of a finger, I'm like." I'm like crying, like this is too real for me, man. So yeah,
Thank you.
it's just really powerful stuff.
Thank you. No, it's and again, it's a testament to, I think, the writers and the directors and all the crew and the actors as well. It's a team effort. Everybody does it, works together, and that's TV and just storytelling at its best when everything clicks and then you come up with something like that. Because as bad as things are, as bad as some shows can be, no one intentionally goes out and says, "Hey, let's make a shitty show." Right? Let's do that and really piss off everybody and do, like, nobody does that. Like, everybody starts off with a dream and a vision, and sometimes it everything goes right and it works and people enjoy it. Sometimes everything goes wrong and people still enjoy it, and it can be a very harrowing experience, and it's like, "Oh, I don't want to do that again," but people love it. Right? And the other times everything goes great and people hate the show. So
Yeah.
it really is one of those things. So one of the things I've learned to appreciate in my life and in my career is, nothing is guaranteed to be a hit. Nothing is guaranteed to. So, you got to treat every job with the same respect and just go out and do what you can to do your job. And then, if the fates align and people like the show, you get to do more, which is great, but not always.
Yeah.
There's some shows that, like, critically they've been fantastically well and they still get canceled. Right? So
Yeah.
it's interesting.
What is this? Jason Barnes says, watching these streams is getting expensive. I got the SHF Chainsaw Man, awesome figure, last week, and I'm headed back to get the 112 Doom this week. That Chainsaw Man is it's a lot of fun.
Nope.
A lot of top 10s from last year, even the first even a top 1. Awesome figure. I just ordered, so I sold the Mafex Cyclops because I'm gonna get the X-Men 97 Cyclops for my display, and I used that money to buy SHF Todo from Jujutsu Kaisen on AliExpress. $99 shipped Canadian.
Wow.
Yeah, GameStop has it for $115 plus taxes. It's not even out yet.
Wow.
Is that happening? I hear sound somewhere. Alexander Eagleson with the $2 super chat. What's up? Thank you so much. Says, hi, Kevin. Hi, DK. Hi, Paul. Love Kim's convenience. What's up, Alex?
Hey,
Thank
what's up,
you.
Alex. Thank you.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for being a channel member. Thank you for being on Patreon. Awesome support. Thank you. Nigel's in the chat. What's up, Nigel?
Nigel.
He says, let him know, Paul. Amen.
And that was a great show that Nigel and Chris Siddiqui had. And I was lucky enough to be on that as well, right? And like that was a show that spoke to me as a a fan of things. I mean, because they played a couple of nerds too, right?
Yeah.
So, which was great, and they just happened to smoke a lot of weed. But it's so much fun. I mean, it was just like a really smart, funny show, and I think did they get Nigel, did you do 2 seasons of that or just the 1? I don't remember now.
I watched it all at once, so I think it might have been 2. It's available on streaming in the US too.
Okay.
If anyone's interested, look up Bit Players. It's really funny. It's Nigel, like you said, and Chris, and they're two guys, actors, but also kind of nerdy actors like you. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And they just do a lot of bits that like you don't see in traditional kind of like TV comedy or sitcoms. It's like when you have uh persons of color at the helm and writing these stories, it's a whole different storytelling and situations to watch. I love it. Oh, it's just one season.
Just the one. But they won for won a bunch of Canadian Screen Awards for best writing for web program series, right?
Yeah.
Best web program or series fiction. They won. They both got nominated for performance as well, for lead performances in web program or series. I mean, like this is a quality show,
Yeah.
and that was the other thing too. Yeah, they're both struggling actors, which was it seems very specific, but like in that specificity, it was very universal, I believe. So I think it was that, but that's an example of I thought a show that was great that didn't get a second season, right?
Well, here's hoping.
Here's hoping.
I would love to see it. I think another show that you were on too, Tall Boys, is really funny too.
Right.
Those guys are hilarious too. Some really awesome sketch comedy. Let's see, beautiful moments between Appa and that's one of the, like, maybe it's just to me because I have a daughter, and then I'm just like, oh shoot, is this the kind of stuff I'm gonna have to deal with, or
Right.
anything similar like that. So I think it really struck close to home on Kim's. Steve says, thank you for the answer, Paul, but most importantly, thank you for giving credit to the rest of the crew, team, etc. Well, like what I've heard from you, like, you go and you try to learn everyone's name and just, like, get personal.
No, it's just
Personal.
Yeah.
Personal, like, interaction.
Yeah, you chat with them, and not just a superficial, hey, what's going on?
Right.
That's it. It's just like you try to make that connection there because you're going to be working with them for a long period of time, and it's something that was important to me. I'd been on so many sets where it's just everybody's there's that disconnection that sort of happens, and there's like techies over here, casting crew over cast over here, and there should be more. I mean, we're all on the same team type thing, right? And for Kim's, I just didn't want that division. I didn't want that. I wanted everybody to feel like they had ownership, like everybody to feel like they were appreciated first and foremost. Because I worked in theater as well, like on the technical side of theater. So I've been on that side, and so I know how hard they work as well. And so I just wanted to sort of acknowledge that and show that they're appreciated and stuff. And I tell you, it was like, at first I remember going through and asking people their names and saying thank you to them, and like they were suspicious, especially the grip department. Like, what do you want? It's like, hey, hey, I'm
being
Paul.
Too nice.
Yeah, I just want to know your name. It's like, what's your problem? It's like, no, I want to know what your name is. No problem. I just, hey, what's going on? Right. And that's it. And then by the end of it, though, like it took some because it doesn't happen. And that's the sad thing about it is it doesn't happen that often. People don't just ask these people their names.
Yeah.
I remember I was on an elevator when I was doing Canada's Smartest Person Junior, and I was on the elevator, and there were a bunch of these young PAs that are working around helping out on the show. And I was asking people their names. Hey, what's your name? Thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate that. And the one girl said, oh my God, I've been on this, and I'm not going to say the name of the person, but I was on this person's show for 5 years doing all the grunt work, and they never asked me my name once. And they probably didn't know who I was because they never spoke to me. It's like, and I washed their dishes. I cleaned up after them. I did this, I did that. And they never once acknowledged them. That's criminal. Right. And so I know this is not, my mom didn't raise me to be like that either. Right. And it's so funny. It's like the easiest thing in the world. It's like a cheat code. You just be kind and respectful, and you ask people how they're doing, and you get to know them because you're working together. And it's just like, wow. And that's the thing. You get people respond really well to that. Surprise, surprise. Right. And they feel invested
Wait,
in it.
being
And then they,
nice to
yeah.
people?
And then it goes beyond, because everyone's a professional. They're all going to do the job to the best of their abilities. But there's something a little extra that you get when you treat people with kindness and you show them that you appreciate them and that you acknowledge their hard work, because then they invest themselves above and beyond. And it's not like they sacrifice huge things, but they do that little extra that maybe they wouldn't have done beforehand because of that. And it's just like, and for a smaller budget show too, that makes a huge difference. It isn't, it really isn't, it shouldn't be, but you'd be surprised. Right.
Yeah.
So, and it's funny because, I don't understand why it's not a new thing. It shouldn't be a new thing. Like, I think more and more people are starting to wake up to that fact, and they're saying, we have a strict no assholes policy type thing, because I think people are wising up to, I don't need to be treated like garbage. I can work somewhere else. And the point I was saying too is, when we were first starting off, when Kim's was a new show, we didn't have a huge budget. And so we couldn't offer and we had a lot of great guests come in, and we couldn't offer them much above what scale was, in terms of payment. But what we did offer, and this is something I worked really hard, and Andrew Fung joined in as well, is to make their experience on set enjoyable as well. So if somebody new came in, even if they had one line or whatever, we'd spend time with them. We'd chat with them. We'd introduce ourselves. We'd chat with them. We'd have lunch with them. We'd sit with them. And they're like, I remember this one guy was like, he sat and he looked at me, and Andrew says, "What are you guys doing?" He's like, we're just eating lunch with you, man. We're just sort of chatting. He says, I've never been on a set with the lead, or two of the lead actors have done this. Like, it was so different for him. And I was like, that's sad, man. And I get it. I know people are busy. Like, I know that. And especially if you're a lead actor, and I get it. And everybody's got their own little, there are times where you feel like everybody wants a piece of you and you need some time to yourself. Right. And you need, and I get that. Self-care is all, but you know what, that for me, it was like, this is part of my job too. My job is not only to know my lines and hit my marks or this or that. My job is to be a leader on set. My job is to make everybody feel comfortable, and to get the best performance out of everybody too is the great byproduct of just being a decent human being.
Yep.
And so, yeah, you know what? Part of the job is you're going to be tired. And I didn't have all the time that I wanted to myself for this or that, but I was also number one on the call sheet. I was also getting paid a lot of money. And so it's like, yeah, you take that with, like, what did Uncle Ben say? With great power comes great responsibility. Like, that shit is real. And I took that seriously. And for me, because of Kim's, I didn't know if I was ever going to be another lead on a TV series ever again. So I wanted to take advantage of it. And I wanted to make sure that at least for this show, I went all out and I did my best as a lead actor to do that. So,
damn, that's
well said, Paul.
That's inspirational shit. And you know what? It's like being a captain on a team, being a leader. Like, when other people start seeing that behavior, and it can be emulated and copied, and I think it opens the door. Like you said, being nice, like Kayla said, it's not hard to be a decent human being, but sometimes people just don't want to just kind of reach out and put themselves out there and extend your hand in friendship to a random person. But like, if you see the lead like you doing that, it's like, oh, we can all do this. It's not that weird. It shouldn't be that foreign to people.
You set the tone.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You set the tone, and it's like, okay, this is one of, because I've been on sets where God, the leads have been fighting. That's awkward. Where you go and you're, oh, everyone's on edge. It's like, oh, I'm gonna hide, and everybody just sort of goes off, and it's not fun. It's not fun, right? So
yeah, legendary poser. It can apply to any industries, just like everyday in life. You can go to work. There's a new guy. Say what's up. You can go hang out with them. New player on the team. If you're a vet, like, you have some pointers or things like that. Like, hey, if you want to go, work out or do whatever thing together, like, we can go do that. If you're in school, just be kind to people.
Yeah.
Alexander Eagleson also being super kind, gifted a sub to Trekkie B47 over on Twitch. Thank you, Alexander Eagleson. Also truly kind in that sense, very giving. Yeah, I mean, Kayla says that's why we love you. Much respect. Paul's great, but his friends are jerks. So stupid.
Not all of them.
Yeah, Ryan, we had a chance to do a live stream, me, you, and Ryan, when he was in town last year. It's here on the channel, guys. Go find it. It is ridiculous. Matthew says, I was recently working on a set and one of the actors actually sat down and had a friendly conversation with me during lunch. You may know him, the Figure Report. Come, you guys knew of each other previously. Does that count? Yeah, fine. That counts. Mikey's a good dude too. Love that guy. So Ernie is the exception then. Don't talk to that new guy. Indeed, now if Hasbro can get on it with Paul's figure. We're waiting. We are waiting, Patty. All right, so I got this thing. What I like about this, like I said, it had the soft goods front loincloth and butt flap cloth. And I'm sure they're not using those same terms. This clear plastic shield
that's pretty cool.
It's freaking awesome. I like that. Whoa, see, look, he almost fell off. He had to avoid some some bad guys, and he didn't fall off. He can hold the handle. It's not like those old school toys where you need the foot peg in the middle,
right?
And you have to plant his foot in. Like he's on there with just the handles, and he's still sitting. This base stand,
dynamic base stand,
which you can use
ball joint.
Ball joint, any of the 3 different ball pegs to get different heights and angles. Extra hands. Is the H on his forehead supposed to be painted? I don't remember. Maybe there's different versions of this. The sled is a 2-seater. Yeah, you can put a Carson Teva back there.
Looks a little like the mods little scooters on Book of Boba Fett.
If you want to customize,
just repaint.
Yeah, it's coming. Extra arrow and 2 fist hands or 2 gripping hands. I like it. It's a good upgrade from the previous Hawk eyes. Ryan Dole, anything is a 2-seater if you are bold enough.
You're bold enough.
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
Wow.
I miss. It's the same stand you get with the TVC speeder bike. I'm sure that's not the official term, but I fully believe butt flap is exactly what they call it. Yeah. Why don't we get that soft goods butt flap on Hawkeye? General Grievous in the chat. Hello there. I don't have my soundbite. Paul, do you mind?
Yes, sir.
General Kenobi.
Very nice. Big old balls of mozzarella. Oh, someone had a really good quote earlier, and it was John Carmen, I'm sure. Also, Jay Shot is a new member. I missed this one, but I shan't forget. Thank you, Jay Shot. Appreciate you. Someone said, come on, you douchebags. We're all on the same team. Arrested Development. Thank you, John Carmen. One of my favorite characters, Buster. All right, what are we opening next? Is there anything else?
Oh, hold on. Let me just switch over to. So I opened this up. It was yeah. So I love the stands on them. What I didn't realize, and then get over closer to here. Which is really cool, is these are actually on. You can articulate. They're on little ball joints as well.
Okay.
And you can adjust the pitch and the yaw of the actual pod itself, which is really cool. Same thing too. I mean, right now the engines are in a fixed position because of the stand, but once they're off, the the energy beam as well is on a ball joints, so you can adjust the positioning of the engines
Oh,
as well, which is cool.
oh wow, that's a
And
lot
these-
of articulation.
Yeah,
for
and
something
these
that size.
flaps, the
What flaps?
engine the hoods, that you can open and close them a little bit, right? So
Damn,
you can.
that's cool.
That's an incredible amount of articulation on this that I had no idea existed, which is really, really cool. And you can see there's the ball flap. Oops, right there when it came out. Just
Ball flap.
ball flap, ball joint. The ball. You got butt flap and ball joints.
You got your
on my mind now.
butts and balls crossed.
Yes, my nuts and balls. So,
No one
Nuts
said
and
nuts.
balls.
nuts and bolts. And so Sebulba's speeder is like, this thing is, it's got the double ball joints here and then here attached to this, which is great. The engine size this is beefy. These engines are gigantic. And again, they've got the ball joints for the energy field there. And which this is pretty cool as well. This is translucent material right here. So you can sort of gives the illusion that it's because I don't think it's that's just to add to rigidity to these cables, because obviously if they didn't have that there, this would not be structurally sound. But the detail on it's great. I love the undercarriage is great.
Can you show where the figure how it sits?
So
I used to have these two as a Lego. Or do you plan on opening those?
Yeah. Okay. I'm just showing you what it is first. What I like too is they always have the little blueprint outline of them.
Yeah.
So now somebody said I had to be careful about Sebulba. And there you go. See how he tried to run. Sebulba. Ooh.
I used to have this as a Lego set. It was one of my favorite things to play with.
So you can see a little turd. It's pretty detailed. I can see the goggles. The goggles, they do nothing. But,
real acid?
Real acid, yeah. So you can see him there. Which is cool. So I'll pop him in this little thing.
Now this is pod racing.
So there he is.
Oh, wow.
It's right in there. There's a little footies hanging out in the front, and his arms tucked in underneath. But this is, fuck.
That's a really
this
great.
This is great.
Damn it. I don't need this, Paul. Come on.
I got an extra one. All I'm saying.
I
got an extra one.
Look. Did you ever play pod racing on N64? I think it was, or was it PS2?
It was the N64 pod racer one.
Yeah,
I think so.
A little Annie there, nice.
Yeah, and he's got the goggles as well. Oops, that's on his backside.
Jason Barnes says, Kevin, you should have Hawkeye drive with his feet too. I mean, he needs to, right? So he can fire a bow and arrow.
Yeah, man.
As he's, you know what? I'm gonna try that. Thank you. Great suggestion. Tommy says, my tiny figs for this set fell apart when I tried to bend the legs, and I had to put them back together again. Why does that sound like a nursery rhyme?
Humpty Dumpty.
You Humpty Dumpty'd it, Tommy? All right, we're going to have Hawkeye. Oh, his right hand doesn't have... You know what I like about figures that are archers? Sometimes companies will do the right hand with the separated fingers, so you can fit an arrow through there. But I think I can get an X-Acto knife through here, hopefully not injure myself, and make that incision.
Concentrate.
These toys are so wizard.
Yeah, man.
N64 pod racer, hell yeah! All right,
and then you can see the size difference. Like how tiny, like Anakin's little tiny engines, and Sebulba's like gigantic friggin' turbo props,
and he still beat him.
There you go.
There's the Force.
It's not. Yeah, it's not
doesn't
about
matter.
the machine.
No.
It's about the pilot, not the plane.
Oh man, I can't. I don't know where you're supposed to stand on here. Here we go. Would his foot be here? And
Oops.
all right. While Paul's making a huge mess.
I'm clearing the mess. And I'm going to try to take out my final piece. Oh, I dug this up too, which is cool. I mean, I don't have to. But I got
Switch it back to Paul. There you go. I got you.
the American Werewolf in London. Werewolf. It's like, oh yeah. I missed you, Wolfie. He's got another head with his mouth open. I got to find that. But like, I missed this guy.
Yeah, that one's a pretty nice head.
It's a
The mouth open
great sculpt. Love it. It's like, yeah, like a little bumhole. Sorry.
My God.
He's a werewolf,
Demonetized real quick.
man. Wolfman's got nards. But no, this is such a great creature design.
Who makes that one? Is it NECA?
This is NECA. NECA.
Okay, I kind of got it. Oh, never mind.
No.
I can't show it from the top cam anyway. It's all good. NECA's putting out some, a lot of figures that you're really into, right? They have the dog from The Thing. Is that new McCready out?
The McCready with where he's frozen.
Yeah, the jacket.
I got it right down. I got it. It's
Dude,
in the box.
I keep
in the
seeing those
cabinet.
pictures for memes on IG. It's like Canadians pumping gas, and it's just like
Hold on,
frozen outside.
let me grab it. Hold on.
This works. DK, have you finished watching? You finished watching Loki, right?
Yes.
Season 2.
Yes.
I'm struggling to finish it. I don't know why.
Why? It was so good.
I don't know. I watched for like 10 minutes and then I stop, and I don't know if it's because I'm on the anime kick lately. I finished Attack on Titan a few weeks ago. I finished Hell's Paradise today.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man.
Yeah. Maybe just that Marvel slump, right? I'm like,
That's supposed to be like the best of everything Marvel at the moment.
I think
isn't
the best thing was really like around, I think, episode 5 or 6.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like near the tail end.
Paul,
I
have
think
you
it needs to be
watched?
at that level?
Have you watched Loki season 2 yet?
No, not yet. I got to rewatch season 1 because I forgot everything that happened. Or not, I didn't forget. I'm sure there's some subtleties. Like the end is a real sort of like a mind bender. So it's like, okay, like how do they get there again? Right.
Yeah.
Just a little refresher. I think I'll cheat and I'll watch all the things you need to know before you watch season 2.
No, all you need to do is just watch episode 1 of season 2, and they just recap everything already.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do they?
There you go.
I guess that's pretty smart. Yeah, of course they would.
Yeah.
Right. So
I'm kind of bummed they canceled American Born Chinese. I really liked that story and with that cast
again. It's like one season and done. It's not, some people, like, I think I read in the comments, somebody said, well, not sometimes. Shows get canceled because they're bad. It's like, no, not always. Yes, there's some shows that are, they're not the best, low viewership, and then they get deservedly canceled, right? You think, okay. It's hard to make a show. It's really, really hard. So if you get it to air, that's a win. I think that's fantastic. But there are shows that deserve to go on, critically acclaimed, great casts. No, we're not going to do it. What are you going to do, right? So it's not as I think the general public doesn't know how difficult they think it's super easy to put on a show and to make a smash hit show, which is why everybody's so quick to criticize. And it's like, yeah, try it. Like, honestly, try it. You pitch a show idea, you develop it, you put in all the blood, sweat, and tears, you hire the people, you do that, you go to camera, you budget, you budget for everything, you do all this stuff, edit it, put it together, market it, put it out there, and you'll see just how hard it is to make a TV show or movie. So Hey, I used to be the same way. I used to be really quick to criticize. You know, come on, you're not even trying.
Yeah, I could
And
do
it's just
that.
like,
Yeah.
until you really know how hard it is, you just sound really ignorant, which you are, you know, and that's fair too. But like what people, I'm just saying, it's hard. It's not easy.
I mean, you know, the Arrested Development quote in the chat earlier, that's one of my favorite sitcoms, and it didn't have the viewership on Fox, and they canceled that stuff after 2 seasons, and then
2 seasons.
the 3rd season they knew they were dying, so it kind of wrapped up, and then Netflix
Did
grabbed
season
it.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's so funny. Murdoch Mysteries, which is a big show in Canada because they're going to like their 18th or 19th season.
Oh, really?
They started off on City TV. They were like they did 6 seasons on City TV, and they were going to go and pull a plug, and then they migrated over to CBC, and they've been there ever since. Right. And that's like a staple of Canadian television.
I don't think I've ever watched a single
No?
episode.
That's the
I don't
thing.
think it's just my jam.
It isn't, but I mean, but it's still on the air, man.
Right.
Right. And enough people do love it, and they keep going back to it. Right. So, and they're still writing it. They're still winning awards.
Oh, really? Nice.
Oh, they've, and that's the thing. The crew that's worked on that show, like, that's family. And talk about great job security, right? When you know that the show that you're on is going to come back year after year after year.
Yeah.
Some people they've never left. They've been on that show for like 15 years, you know, as crew. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but American-born Chinese, you have Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
Daniel Wu is the Monkey King. I don't remember the names of the actors of the 2 kids, but
Yeah.
they're so good too.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. There it
There you
is.
go. The McCready. So it's a gorgeous box too.
Yeah, you can't throw
Like,
that one out.
the art on the box, and it's just like the inside is. Hold on. Switch cameras. Meh.
Daniel says during COVID lockdowns, my wife and I killed 12 seasons of Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah, man.
Is that what Abe Simpson watches? Or is it Matlock? Or is
Matlock
it
with that evil Gavin McLeod.
Bad luck.
There
Gavin.
you go.
That's a beauty.
Dynamite.
Oh, I watched Big Trouble in
In Little China.
finally.
Dumbass. Finally. Dude, man, that should be like hardwired into your DNA. And then this came out as well. The thing.
Man, when I watched that for the first time and that dog transformed,
Oh, it was great, eh?
I almost threw up. It was so gross.
Look at that. Practical effects.
Yep.
Practical effects. Loved it. All the camera tricks too, right? Running film backwards as well to get the tentacles to be shooting out, to actually film them being withdrawn, and then they reverse the film. So it looked like
nice.
they're shooting out. Yeah, man. Every trick in the book. And they got the little husky, the Doge right there. It's gonna be great.
Ugh, look at that photo on the left.
I know, right?
No, thank you.
And here's the thing. So when my movies were in storage, I was dying to watch this again. I was like, oh my God, it's snowing. I want to watch The Thing. And just having to dig through, like, search through all the streaming services, and finally found it on, where did I find it? Was it on Prime? On Amazon Prime? And it was just like, oh, okay, finally. And then I brought my movies back, and I have like 6 copies of it, but like different, like different covers, like variant covers, right? So I've got Steelbook, import Steelbook, different art cover. Like, it's great.
Yeah.
And then I've got the special editions and stuff. And so, like, the movie itself is immaterial at this point. I've got good copies of the movie now, but it's just like finding like the Arrow deluxe edition of it with the booklet, the Mondo variant art cover on it, the Steelbook version of it. It's like, I love the movie that much, right? It's like, I like collecting different. Same thing with Jaws. The different covers for Jaws that they've come up with has been great.
Do you think the remake was okay? Like the remake, definitely wasn't like 1-to-1 awesome, but
but
I
the
think it did
remake
a
was
pretty
a
good
prequel.
job.
But the remake took place before
Did
the
it?
movie, and the thing is actually a remake of another movie, right? So that's the other cool thing, right?
I
Like that.
remember
So
it was a 1-for-1.
no,
I'm losing my mind
No,
now.
isn't the end of the prequel that dog that shows up in the beginning of the
exactly.
thing?
Yeah. So the prequel of which is confusingly called The Thing as well, takes place at the Norwegian camp where they discover the alien spacecraft. So in the 1982 version with Kurt Russell, directed by John Carpenter,
Yeah.
the American outpost, this helicopter's chasing this husky dog. They're trying to shoot it. They end up having to, like, the one guy blows himself up by accident with a grenade. The other guy's coming in and he's shooting at the dog, but hits an American, so they shoot him. Yeah. Anyways, the remake, or it's not the remake, the newer version of it actually takes place at the Norwegian camp. So it's what's her name? Mary Elizabeth Winstead is in it. She's the lead in it, actually. And they shot that in Toronto.
Yeah.
And I remember
Really?
because I auditioned for that movie and I really want to be in it. And my buddy Paul Bronstein is actually in it. So that takes place at the Norwegian camp before. So you see the aftermath of what happened in the 1982 version. And so I believe it's like 2011, the 2011 version.
Yes, 2011. Yes, that's what.
Yeah, that's they retrace the steps of what actually happened in the camp, right? So you see, oh, this is how this guy got his throat cut and has a straight razor, and this is why this one part of the building's blown up, type thing. So I didn't mind it. I didn't think it was 100% necessary, but it was fun.
Okay.
Right.
So
I think is it one of those things where, like, if you're into that world, you're like, oh, I would like a little bit more of the story of something that happened in that.
Yeah. I mean, it's
tale,
just,
right?
it's like what fanfic does that all the time, right? They tell the little backstory. You see something that catches your attention. Oh, I bet there's a really cool story behind that. And they write about it. And this is basically, I'm not calling it fan fiction, but it's in that same vein where it's like there are a couple of images that are super captivating and you want to know the story behind it.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, there's something to it. And then you watch that. I didn't mind it. I liked it.
Okay.
I know a lot of people are like, but what I liked too was the filmmakers also relied a lot on practical effects, which was a lot of fun. They made a big deal about, hey, no, we're going to go old school. We're going to do the practical effects on this. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that craft to it. These guys were obviously, because there were two directors, I believe, and they're obviously fans of the original.
Yes.
So,
how do you, as fellow Asians, how do you feel about Ryan Dole's comment? I've watched Big Trouble so many times that I'm pretty much Chinese.
oh my God. Oh, Ryan.
Approved.
Paul's reaction. Oh my God.
I can't speak for the Chinese people on this. I'm gonna have to defer. The unmitigated gall. That's what I love about Ryan. Balls the size of boulders. Like, this man is never seen anybody so openly want to rock a hentai sweat hoodie before in my life. I think I should have caught that. What do you guys think? I think maybe like a 30-year-old white guy wearing a hentai sweater in the middle of Vancouver sets a wrong message. But that's just me.
I think he knows what vibe he's putting out there.
He just doesn't care.
That's a pretty good Ryan Dole, by the way. Yoko, obviously, with that Hall of Fame comment right there. Thank you for that. There was something else. Ryan was saying something last night. Oh, he was shouting out the stream tonight. Thank you. He's like, when Paul and Kevin get together, it's like it's always a gong show, and I'm like, is that racially inspired?
No, you're such a youngin'.
I like to mess with him.
There was a show called The Gong Show.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know a lot of things. Okay,
Do you?
there's
Do you?
movies that I've seen. I've seen all the movies.
All the Bond movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're old.
Those are pretty old.
They're old. Dudes, we could we could have had matching hentai sweater. Yeah, it's perfect for. Okay. Speaking of awesome sweaters, you were wearing it earlier. Can you? You don't have to say where you got it from. I just want you to show what it looks like.
Yo, baby. Hold on.
Yeah,
Let me just
get
get
up.
it.
Do you have pants on?
I do.
Okay, it's not that
Today.
wide. Not wide of a shot.
Today. So here we go.
Yep.
Simpsons. Now this is a rich green, not velour, but it's a fleece. It's very comfy. The inside it's got inner pockets. It's very, very cut. This is actually my go-to to keep me warm in the mornings because
Nice.
it's comfy. And on the back,
Not sponsored.
not sponsored. Hold on. Which way is the best way to go? The other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, take off my headphones.
Nice. That's nice. I really like that. Very
Some design-
nice.
It's a shrubbery. It's when Homer pulls that deep fade. I love it. That's what I love about this.
We're going to grandma's.
Yeah. No. Lies make baby Jesus cry. So I love this. Thank you. And
Oh.
Kevin got this for me for Christmas. And I got him nothing.
It's so funny, dude. I mean, come on. First of all, the fact that you actually wear it blows my mind, but it's just so stupid that like the green fleece is the shrub.
That's what I love about
and
it.
Homer fades into it. Like that's fucking awesome.
That's what I love about it. Like I didn't know what it was when you gave it to me and I didn't open it till after you left. I was like, what is this? Is this a blanket? And then I saw Homer. I was like, oh, it's a jacket. I love this. And so yeah, I've been wearing this everywhere.
Amazing. Amazing.
Nice.
Plastic bubble. Thank you so much for the $4.99. Is this a super chat or super sticker?
It's a sticker.
Is it a sticker? Was there supposed to be a message to go with this?
It
It says super chat.
Oh, looks like a sticker to me. Oh, that's it.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a Homer. Wait, is that him?
No, that's his avatar or their avatar.
That's perfect.
But it's like a Funko
What
one.
time
Which is
Yeah,
great.
it's a Funko Pop. Can you imagine that's your avatar and then you see that sweater come up? Yeah, thank you so much for that super chat. Tracy says that's amazing. Imagine making a diorama of the shrubbery and getting you need to find a Homer.
Oh my god.
Deep space Homer.
Oh yeah, I want to get that one. You got that, right?
Yeah, it's behind me.
Yeah.
Jack Porkins has to work in the morning. Oh, work in the morning, kids. Have a good night. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. Maybe we'll see you again in the next future tailgate or something like that. Carson Teva going into the shrubs.
Hey, that's awesome.
Oh,
How about that for cross pollination?
how about that? We need to get a figure.
We'll
Need to
just
get
take a Homer and repurpose the head.
Oh my god, yeah, I need that now. That needs to be a thing. Oh, maybe we can get some AI art or have someone draw it out too, if it's not a diorama. That would be a cool piece to have. Oh, what else? Do you have anything else to open tonight? Anything else?
Yeah.
Or is that about it?
No, I got. Yeah, I just took these out to show. I'm gonna save these for my channel.
Oh my god, can I? You know what? I need to pull up this comment
What comment?
from the other day. So I posted that you were gonna be on the stream tonight, and this is the wildest comment that I've seen on IG. Is it sharing?
Not yet.
No. Okay, let me pull it up first. I need you guys in my science folder. Cross pollination? Is that intentional?
Yes. Yes, it was Yoko.
All right, DK, show something. Open something while I pull up this.
open something. Oh boy.
Here, I
I
got.
just want to show Paul this.
Yeah.
Hey, you like Iron Man's? This is ZD Toys. It's like 1/8. Was it 1/7? No, what is it? 1/8 scale.
Okay.
Figure. It's like 20. It's like roughly
Just-
about $20-$30. It's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Wow. Is that all?
Articulation's pretty good.
Make your screen bigger. I want to better look at it.
Yep.
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 Ooh. And it's fully posable.
Yeah, it's got decent range.
Okay.
There's the whole line of it. But the price is really good.
Yeah,
So,
$30 for that.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
cheap.
I
cheap
they
as
make a lot of
shit.
armors, too.
more.
Okay, while you look that up, I found my comment.
Okay, cool.
Not what I want. All right, so I posted this that you're going to be on, and it was really, really nice that a lot of people were excited. You know, there's Tracy. There's you. Thanks. Some nice comments. I'm sure if I ever lucky enough to meet you, I'm sure I would have the same look on my face as Appa. And then this lady wrote, no, not Misty. All the ladies want some Teva in the cockpit.
Wow.
What are you talking about?
I looked at it. I'm like, God damn.
Somebody actually wrote that?
Yeah, it's on my
Oh my
IG
God.
page.
Oh, that's what you sent. You sent me that. I thought that was fake.
No, what?
Oh my
It's
God.
real. It's right here. You're
All
the,
right.
You're the second. You're the second person I sent it to.
There you go.
First
There's a
person
little
was,
shot to the old self-esteem.
Was Ryan Dole. He had some good responses for that one. Jason Bars, have a good night. Kayla says, I swear that wasn't me. Did you send it, Yoko? We'll
Uncle
see.
Daddy real? Oh, right.
Ryan says, oh man, I forgot to tag Anna in that comment. He's a troublemaker.
He is. He's a shit disturber of the highest order.
But when I'm not involved, I like it because it's actually really funny for me.
Yeah. Yeah. One day it'll be you. And then you'll see. Then you'll see.
All right, DK, did you find it?
No, not yet. More.
I don't know if the chat heard earlier, but DK let out a really
Grown.
awkward groan. And I DM'd him on the side. I'm like, are you okay? Because Paul was talking. Incredibly rude to just be like, ugh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Why are you not why are you not liking the story? Why are you being so rude to the guest?
No, I was interested.
So I message you, I go, dude, are you okay? Like, you groaned really loud. He goes, I stretched too close to the mic.
That's not like I caught myself like, "Ugh," and I was like, oh crap. And then I see Kev moving, and I'm like, I'm gonna get a licking. And in the private chat, he's just going off on me. I goofed.
You're like, oh, here goes Paul going on about his stories again about acting. I stretched too close to the mic.
Too close to the mic. It's like I goofed.
Good God.
Dude,
Dude,
I had my response right away. I was like, yeah, I goofed.
No, you didn't. You tried to play it off like it was nothing. Last time I searched AliExpress for a ZD Toys Iron Man.
Yeah.
Are you one of those people that can't Google things properly? Like you don't know what search terms to use?
It's just not spelling it. Oh, well,
No.
weren't you telling me about his coffee order?
talking? Don't worry.
What was his coffee order?
At one time you said, DK's funny. There's certain ways, it was the way he asked for his coffee, and it was like the syntax was all backwards.
What?
Oh yeah. I forget what it was. I have to find that.
It's like you asked for a coffee in a really like something would have been like a large double, but you were like double cream, double sugar, large coffee or something. It was
Really?
just like,
I don't know.
His brain works in a different way than most. Oh, there was another show I wanted to ask. Did you guys watch The Brother Sun? The brother's son.
That just came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm on episode. I have 3 episodes left.
Wait, isn't Michelle Yeoh in that as well?
Yeah.
See, I don't know why you're so worried about ABC being canceled because she's still on TV.
I'm not worried about her like not being able to land gigs. Like she's gonna.
I
be
know, I'm
fine.
just joking. Jesus,
I like that story, but I wonder if it's like it's too many projects for her. And
That might be
other show.
She's part of a new Star Trek series as well.
Oh, that's right.
Right, like the Section 31 series. Oh yeah, DK, that Iron Man, is that diecast? Cole was asking.
Yeah, hold on. I'm
any-
trying to put the right one on.
Hey,
It's
Dante, have a
not
good night.
diecast. It's not diecast.
I'm out. What? It's $30 and it's not diecast? I'm not buying that. Ooh, it's very pretty.
Look how many suits they have. And happy Chinese boy.
Yeah. What's with that Chinese boy?
Look how happy he
He's
is.
holding the box.
Are his shorts big or his legs weird? Like, or is he just sitting in a weird position?
It's just a bad angle.
Yeah. I think that's a good advertisement.
Ooh, I just opened up my Hot Toys, the Mark 1. It's a DX version, like die-cast. It's gorgeous.
Kayla says she's going to have her own series. I don't know if I'm allowed to watch it, though. Depends on where it falls. And is someone gatekeeping you on what you can and can't watch? Or are you just sticking to a timeline? Is she the main? I'm assuming she's got to be the main lead character. Yeah, the gantry is a steal. We looked it up last week.
Yeah, the gantry.
Like 40 or $50. I don't even know what your screen is focused on right now. The other ads?
And I hate how it just opened. When I push something, it just goes to a new tab.
The brother's son is full of cool Asians, says Polymyth. I turned to my wife at one point and I'm like, is this the day where I realize I'm old because I don't know any of these actors and actresses other than Michelle Yeoh?
Welcome to my world.
No.
Come on over. Sit down. Get a Heineken.
Who are these youngins?
That's right.
I really did. I don't think I knew. Oh, there was one dude who was on Dexter. He was
Old.
The lab. Yeah, he's an older guy. He was the lab technician in Dexter, the Asian dude.
Just proving our point. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
$40.
Wow. That's
Is it
it?
free shipping?
Holy crap.
Look at all those parts, man. It's crazy.
No. I gotta say no. Satan, get
Not
behind me.
diecast.
Satan, get behind me.
Masuka, yes. Of course,
No room.
Yoko remembers the Japanese guy.
She said Masuka the perv, and I thought she wrote Masuka, you perv, to you.
I'm Masuka.
His name was Masuka, you perv. Can't remember. That's what I read initially. So I never watched Dexter.
No, because we're watching Star Trek from the beginning. So if it's before
the original series,
okay, like Strange New World, I can watch it, or else I'd get spoiled. Okay, understood. There's a lot of stuff. Hey, man, good for her. She's got a lot of stuff going on. Last thing, yeah. If we don't have anything else to open,
I actually hold on. I have this. I'll show it off.
Oh yes, that's right.
Show it off. So this is what you get in the box, basically. So this is a replica. It's a Denix. It's a company from Spain actually that does full metal replicas. So it actually fires. Now, Blaster Factory is the name of the manufacturer. They actually started off as a paintball sort of company, I think. They've gone under a bunch of different names. There's like Field Marshal Van something or other. But they create these like the rails and the scope mounts and everything that really sort of bring the blasters to life. So this is my 4th or 5th blaster that I've purchased from them.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's sorry. I'm sorry, Kevin.
No, I got you.
Yeah, and so like a lot of the
bring my own
weapons in
ass.
Star Wars, they were actually real world weapons that they just modified to make look more space age. And so like this particular thing here, they've Blaster Factory, they've actually fabricated this flash hider, right? So that'll get mounted onto there. This is an actual like a scope, and it's very, very interesting. So can you see through that? And there you go.
Yep.
Right, that gets mounted onto here. That's why they have the mounting rings from Weaver. And then they also have this little heat sink that sort of sits on the front there.
Oh yeah.
So to complete the look. So when all these components, it's pretty much plug and play, which is really, really cool. They've added this mount. They fabricated and added it onto the tapped the holes and drilled it on there. That saves a lot of the work for it. And they sell beautiful aluminum stands for it as well. So like I've got the Hoth variant of the DL-44, the Han Solos from Empire Strikes Back. And I've also got a Return of the Jedi one. It's got a different scope on it that I actually, that's how I kind of got tweaked onto Blaster Factory. I bought a scope off of them because they're the only ones that are fabricating that specific scope. And I was able to get like an airsoft Mauser that I modified, like cut you take the magazine out, you cover it up. And I was able to modify it and I bought the flash hider from them as well. So that's the thing. And so the quality of work, the workmanship in it is fantastic. And so, yeah, I've just started going. And so this was one of the weapons that one of the blasters I didn't get, and it's the Greedo Killer. So it is such a different look from Han's regular DL-44, just because like the scope is super long, right? And super impractical. And Empire Strikes Back, it's much smaller, and they've reverted to an M38 tank scope or an M39 tank scope that they actually use on the E11 blasters. Those are the rifles that the stormtroopers carry. So it's really, really neat how they've done that. And then working on The Mandalorian as well, Josh Roth, who's the head of props there, it's really cool because he gave me sort of a guided tour of the weapons that he's modified for use on the show, right? So that's been really, really neat. As well. And again, they're all based on real world weapons that have just been, tweaked with greeblies and scopes and flash hiders to look more Star Warsy.
That's cool that he showed you around on some of those props.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me some behind the scenes stuff. People should go buy the Mandalorian. Is it Mandalorian season 3 Blu-ray or Steelbook?
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Steelbooks. They haven't released season 3 yet. For
a special behind the scenes look at a quick shot of our friend here, Paulie.
Oh God!
What do you mean? It's
and
out
you spelled demonetize wrong.
How do you? Oh, M-N-E?
Yes.
No, don't make me a demon.
Demonetize.
Don't demonize.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't matter. That part is now over. DK typed that, not me.
Yes, I'll take the blame.
No, go check out one of the special features from.
Put it up. You took a picture of it. You were laughing so hard. Put it up.
I don't have it on the computer. I wish I had a Mac where I could just
airdrop it.
Thing, yeah. Do you just go like this? You kind of flick it from the phone and it goes over?
You can now, I think.
Well, this is a really quick shot of one of the special features. They're going through talking to actors and whatnot. And Paul was showing us. He's like, "Ooh, physical media. It looks great, 4K, everything in his geeky basement. It was beautiful." And then I look on the screen. He goes, "Here's my part," and then I see this on screen. This is, Paul, you explain this one.
Well, first of all, that picture, it's a continuity photo and it's not meant to be seen by the public. So I'm so happy that Lucasfilm decided to put that on the behind the scenes featurette.
So all the public can see it.
I'd like to have fun with those pictures, just because Wardrobe does that. So they take the picture and it's all really like, I always feel like I know why they do it, but I always feel like, oh, okay. And I always feel like really weird just standing there. So I always make a face like that to make them laugh. And what's really funny is when they're submitting looks for the next, episode, the next episode, these are the looks we want. And they send them out, like they send them out and everybody sees them and they get a big laugh out of it. So that's why I always make that face. Ask anybody on Kim's, on even Avatar, I do the cross-side thing. I just try to make people laugh while we're doing something like that. So
I would like a montage of you in all those different looks making this same face as a collage.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
This is way too funny, especially seeing it on your rather large TV. I'm like, what happened here?
I know. I noticed it right away. As soon as I saw it, oh my god, they used that. Using continuity photos. Oh shit.
All right. One last question that I had for you. You're a big fan. You buy six Blu-rays of the same movie, so you're a big fan of these things, especially Star Wars. And then, do you remember that scene in The Simpsons when the comic book nerds in the store are asking Lucy Lawless, like, and was it her or Itchy and Scratchy thing? It's like, oh, an episode thing of Xena. It's clearly this and that. Have you ever had a fan come up to you with a very technical question for something like Star Wars, or maybe there isn't anything like on Kim's?
It would have to be Star Wars.
Star Wars. And has your fandom and being so into it, were you prepared for something like that? Have you ever had something like that? And were you
No,
prepared
I
for that
mean,
kind of question?
Not really. There are, I mean, I know, like for example, there was a question of like what type of astromech droid did Carson Teva have on the back of his X-wing, right? Because I think that's a valid question, because people are asking me like, what's the name of your droid? And they would get, because there were two different distinct droids in season 2. My droid is an astromech, so it's an R2 unit, and Trapper Wolves is is an R5 type unit, right? Because it's got the not the dome shape, but it's got like the trapezoidal or whatever that round, like our R5D4 basically. Yeah. And then when we've landed, they've swapped they swapped the wrong droids in the wrong ship type thing. And then in another episode later on, I've got the R7 or the R5 droid, right? And then later on, I've got the R2 droid again. So it's like the question of like, what some people ask me, well, what kind of astromech droid do you have? And this is something that I've actually asked Dave. He says, well, they're droids and they get swapped out every once in a while. You don't always get the same droid. Sometimes your R2 unit could have been down for maintenance or whatever. And so you use this one that's available. So it's like, I buy that. Mm-hmm. And so I get asked that sometimes. I know in anticipation of that, it's in the back of my head. So whenever we're doing any sort of cockpit work where I'm landing, I try to have it make a semblance of sense. The switches and the buttons that I'm pressing to engage certain features. And I try to maintain consistency with that, at least during the episode. Because in that way, it's not like I'm just blindly stabbing at buttons like Homer Simpson, and stopping until they finally let me out. So there's that element to it as well. But no, for the most part, the fans have been really, really great. Like nothing really that in depth or really sort of like in world where it's like an impossible question.
Right.
But the answer would always be magic. Because magic. Magic.
The Force.
Magic.
The Force did it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I remember the scene when you were landing to meet the Mandalorian covert.
Yeah.
And you were pressing a series of buttons. I think might have asked on Boba Squadron. I'm like, were you given a sequence of stuff? But that's cool that you're trying to keep it.
Yeah, no, they left that up to us. And I think the whole premise behind that too is like controls are I think I read somewhere it's like the customizable, so you can have for each individual pilot you can have different sections where it's modular, so like you can whatever works best for you, whatever configuration works for you, you use
like an Android.
Yeah,
Move
so
all the
that's
stuff
why
that
it's
you
not.
need.
Yeah, so that's not how it's that's why it's not always exactly the same for every show. Well, in the movies he reached over there to turn on the computer, but on this show he reached over here. Right?
Yeah,
Like
that's good. Yeah, good to have those answers prepared. 796 Studio says, I thought that was the Black Series prototype.
That's what I thought too.
would serve me right if it was. I think my Carson Teva is broken.
He's looking in two different directions. One eye was looking at me, and one eye was looking at Hera. Speaking moistly, says R2D2 is a god droid like Zeus. Imagine you did a selfie series and you scan yourself like that. This is so stupid. Who's the better pilot, Carson Teva or Poe Dameron? I think he's a little biased. Well, I mean, Poe Dameron figured out how Palpatine returned. Somehow. I think Mikey is camp Poe Dameron. Also, justice for Black Series Poe Dameron. Get us a new face sculpt.
Wow.
This one is showing its age. Mikey, should I send this one to you, Mikey? Yeah. I mean, we got winter here. Baseball season is coming up soon. We missed Shohei Ohtani. That was a big thing going on a few weeks ago. Kind of a shame, but a lot of changes around here. Raptors looking brand new look, and it's gonna be spring summer before you know it, man. I'm excited to play some baseball. Hopefully Tommy can hook something up for us. But other than that, what do you got going on? I mean, you've got. Do you need to go? It's what do you think? A few more minutes?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Keep going?
My watch fell asleep. It's on Do Not Disturb.
Do you have a preset time to sleep?
Yeah, it always happens at around 11 o'clock, but I always end up turning it off.
My watch is dictating when I'm saying stop. Stop. Nards. Women like Star Wars even back in the 1970s. Why wouldn't they? Absolutely. I'm sure they did. Paul has Star Wars Night coming up. Are we ignoring him?
He's very subtly. He's been campaigning to get me to go out there. Steve 3 and Brandon are doing a Star Wars night down at Disneyland.
Oh, nice.
And they want me to come with, and it's just like we'll see. I cannot commit to it.
But you made a vow.
So I didn't make a vow.
You told me you made a vow you're not going to Disney.
Yeah, without the boys. Yeah. So it's complicated. It's a complicated thing because they're at the age now where they don't really care if I go or not now. So it's like,
oh no.
So I could have gone, but that's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. But now it's other things like, cost. And they're all on the West Coast. Steve lives in LA. Brandon and Ryan, they're both like BC based, so it's an easier flight for them. I'm like 5.5 hours away, so it's by plane. So there's a bit of a discrepancy there.
That's true. Speaking Moistly says most fans don't care. They want more fans to join.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think it's important. Like a lot of the times when you hear like the bad stuff, it's just because the negative people are always the loudest. You don't,
Yeah.
you know, there's people who want to speak up positively about things, or they like this, and it doesn't happen as often, or that gets shut down by those negative people. So it's important to be loud with things that you're happy with too. Yoko says all I'm hearing are excuses.
Yoko can shut up. Yeah, that's right. I said that. I said it.
No.
Equal opportunity. If I tell Tommy to shut up, I can tell Yoko to shut up.
That's fair.
Although
she's
going to murder me now.
She's like, I'm not watching this in the shower anymore. If it helps, Paul, Disneyland is cheaper than Disney World.
Oh my God. No, you know what it is? Honestly, it's expensive. It's expensive to go out there. May is we have I also coach on a baseball team, Miles's team. And so I have a commitment to that. And it's I'd love to go out, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. Oh, I know she's not.
All right, back to the food talk. Where do you stand on giant turkey legs in like amusement parks, or say Disney in this scenario, or Thanksgiving turkeys? Paul.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I've never really enjoyed gigantic turkey drumsticks just because of the big what are those? There's like spines that are running through the meat, right?
Or
yeah, no, it's not even a tendon. Tendons you can bite through. These are like hard pieces of like I don't know what it is.
Cartilage? No.
They're almost like it's almost like a fish bone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Like
when you eat a chicken drum, it has that.
Yeah, but there's
kinda
more.
small-
Like on
small
a turkey
bony thing.
leg,
Yeah.
they have that throughout the main meat of the drumstick.
Really?
And so I really dislike that. I don't know. So I'm like, meh, okay. And it's like the idea of fryer tucking, like a big sort of like and just sort of going on is kind of fun. But like if I'm gonna eat something that big, I want like a beef rib where it's just
Flintstone style?
Yeah. Like I'd rather have a brontosaurus rib than like a pterodactyl drumstick type thing. And again, it's simply because of that, whatever that extra, bit of bone is. I find that annoying. So
yeah, get a Ronto wrap.
I'm dying to try a Ronto wrap.
Yeah,
I really, really want to try a Ronto wrap.
Thank you, Yoko. So it always looks good. There's nothing more appealing than you're out and you just see a giant drumstick, and you bite into it, and it's just lots of meat and deliciousness. It's not that great. I don't think turkey is that good of a fowl.
It looks dry to me.
Turkey is dry, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like that. Don't like it.
There's a place near me that's smoked turkey. That's pretty juicy. That's the only time I've ever had it. If next time you come up for barbecue, Paul, we can do that. Michael Galaxy Squadron says turkey legs are only essential at Renaissance festivals. That's true, and that fryer tuck comment kind of fits into that perfectly.
Yeah,
you use it. It's like a big toothpick built into the turkey leg.
But there's a whole bunch of them, and that's what I like. It's like it's weird. It gets in the way, and it's like if they weren't there, I might enjoy them more. But it's like a spiral. It's like a turkey's natural self-defense. I've always found that, like every time we roast a turkey, and I carve it up and have the leg set aside. Every time I've tried to like just trim the meat off the bone afterwards to like we're making turkey stew or whatever. No one ever takes the drumsticks, and whenever I'm trying to get the meat off of it, there's those things that are in the way that are super annoying.
Yeah. I don't recall having that many bones. Is bone in? It's definitely bone in.
Oh my god.
It's like fish bones.
Bone out.
You got a bone out. Is not afraid. Hypernaut says turkey is delicious and healthy. It's
Sure.
it's a cleaner meat, I guess. Less
Sure.
fats than others, but I'm not having a good time. Not eating that meat. Patty
Certain
says
parts of the turkey are more delicious than the others.
turkey bacon. I also think is an atrocity.
No, turkey bacon's good. I like turkey bacon.
It's not really bacon. It's not really turkey, DK.
I know, but it's still good.
Okay.
I like turkey bacon.
Need I remind you that you cooked? Was it 6 or 12 pieces of?
Expired chicken. Oh yeah, dude, man.
Oh, do I have a story for you guys?
Oh, here we go.
So that has to do with brown bananas. I should have taken a picture of it. I bought bananas, and then my roommate bought bananas, but then he kind of reamed me out about buying bananas. He's just like, you know that I'm gonna buy the bananas. Why'd you buy it? I'm like, I don't know. I always eat bananas.
That is something that you should have known.
Yeah, no. But anyway,
I'm the banana guy. Why are you buying bananas?
so I'm like eating the bananas. All right, I'm making my smoothies, and I'm like wondering, like, okay, where the heck is Ben's bananas here? Like, where is it? Like, I haven't seen it, right?
It's a sound bite. Okay.
And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I think it was last night. Yeah, I think it was last night. I go to Walmart. I go to my trunk, and I'm like trying to reach for a grocery bag, and I feel something hard. I'm like, what is this? And I pull out. It was my bananas. I left them in the trunk. It was all brown. And I was like, oh, Kevin's gonna have a field day today.
There's just, I mean, to quote Arrested once again, there's just so many better ways to say that.
No, but I had to say it like that. So yeah.
DK is an unreliable source on poultry. For those unfamiliar with DK's antics, did you cook 6 or 12 pieces of month-old chicken?
Probably. I don't know. I don't remember.
A chicken in your fridge is good 6 days, maybe 7 tops. Usually day 7, I take a sniff. I try to vomit, and I might vomit, and I'll throw it out.
Listen,
you're like, no,
a
month.
No.
You're Frank Costanza in the army. You're like, I can do this.
Let's do this. I could do this. I could run it.
You cooked all the pieces. Ate an entire serving.
No, I didn't eat an entire serving.
You told me you ate the whole piece.
I did? Okay.
Yeah.
I have bad memory.
Probably the salmonella poisoning also warped your brain, because you told me you ate the entire chicken breast, and then at the end you're like, yeah, this is no good. I'm gonna throw out the rest.
Yeah.
And then you ate them?
What? Why do I share these things with you?
I mean, who else are you gonna tell?
I should really keep these things to myself.
What's up, Oaktown Bricks? Yeah, so I'm gonna tell the kids you bought all brown bananas. It's gonna last for another little while. This chat is quickly turned foul. I don't have a
wait. Wait, where's it? Say it again.
This chat is quickly turned foul. There it is. Does Rimshot DK is the Kramer of toying around? I mean, he's definitely a character.
He is.
Does turkey count as poultry? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yes, turkey is poultry.
All right. He doesn't remember his life before chicken. Ryan Dole says, as a white, I quite enjoy turkey on a holiday. Vintage chicken, it's not a thing.
No. That sounds bad.
DK, yeah. Firebird Brick says, dang, I'm going to make it here late. Gonna have to rewatch. Yeah, please do. It's been something crazy, something special so far. Oh, Steve, the vintage chicken TVC. Oh no. All right. Well, DK, Your birthday is coming. Wait, your birthday's coming up
Monday.
Monday. And then we have Monday. Is Monday the Black Series thing? No, Monday. It's on the 23rd.
No, Tuesday's the 23rd.
Okay.
Monday's the 22nd.
Hell yeah. I'm about out of stuff to open for tonight. I mean, that's a lie. I just don't know what to open strategically in this mess. Paul, you have been arranging a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You have if you ever find those Jedi boots, please let me know.
Oh yeah.
For my Obi-Wan cosplay. What else have you got? What are you expecting in the next few weeks in terms of things that you pre-ordered months ago and desperately need to add to your collection?
No, I mean, what's arrived? The my Cobb Vanth showed up, the Wrecker, and I actually ordered Jango Fett because it was a sale. So I grabbed that because I was like, yeah, let's get a Django. But in terms of everything else, like I don't think anything's charging that quickly. I did order a couple more movies online. I've been trying to get more obscure movies online now that physical media is actually going the way to the dodo. So I'm just trying to grab some titles before they become impossible to find because they're not on any streaming service either, right? Which is another thing. So so I ordered a couple of movies from Shout Factory, I think.
Shout Factory.
Yeah, that's they sell movies where they
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, no, just in terms of toys, I haven't been there's nothing I've been really hunting around for specifically. Again, it's like all that stuff that I have in storage is that's my toy store now for the next few months, right?
Yeah. I really should take that mentality to just go through the stuff that's in here. I could do probably a whole year's worth of streams. I'm looking at my TVC N1 fighter that I haven't opened, and it's over there. I guess I could have opened that with you. You built that one, right? On your channel?
Yep.
There you go. Oaktown Brick says, are any of you guys here Lego fans? I'm a fan, but I don't collect it because I don't have the space for it.
Yeah.
But there's so many good sets. And of course, we have Fred, one of the enablers, is a huge Lego fan, Lego streamer too. So I get to watch the stuff that he gets. I know, Paul, you kind of we go to the Lego store sometimes. And
yeah. I found in storage. I've got the Ecto 1, the big Lego version of it. And I've got the small one as well, but like that big 850 piece one or whatever. So, but I have no place. I've got no space for it. That's the other thing. I found a bunch of. I have a Bandai Imperial Star Destroyer. I've got the Revel Imperial Star Destroyer, like gigantic, like 1/5000 scale, fully lit light up models and stuff. And it's like they're still new in box because I haven't had a chance or workspace to build them. But now I do. It's great. I'm going to build them. I have no idea where I'm going to put them. Right. So
yeah,
it's stuff like that so that's with the Lego. I've got like the entire first wave of Playmobil Ghostbusters, their first series, from the fire hall to all the little mini packs, and the Ecto 1, everything. But those are all still, new in box. And I'm thinking about just selling them because I don't have any place to put them. So
yeah, I think as you go through your stuff, just put aside a pile of for sale things, man. And one of these days, these toy shows, or I'll just try to do another tailgate soon.
yeah.
Yoko, yes, you dabble in Lego. I just find Lego hard to display unless you're building one of those like giant cities or like a whole world. But I think Fred was showing off the Marvel stuff. Those buildings, they're incredible. Daily Bugle, the Avengers Tower. Those are the things that are really calling to me, but I can't. Kayla, another one, Rivendell. I say Rivendell. Speaking Moisty, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. Thank you.
$2 says, wear the helmet. Wear it or where is it? Well, to answer both questions, it's right here on my head. There we go.
Nice. That works.
The Avengers Tower at Disney Springs. Rivendell Archie with elves. And Jughead and everything. Oh yeah, like Lego's just hard to display, and I think it's harder to dust too. In
Yes.
between all the little, what are the things called? The nubbins.
Yeah, that's my biggest complaint. Cleaning the Legos.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's about all the toys. It's like 12:30ish. Anything else going on that we might have missed? Shows. I mean, the shows, we got into everything. Paul's Black Series prototype figure.
That was awesome.
Oh yeah, maybe, but thank you for the super chat for the helmet. It's I think it's, if I put the padding in, it'd be cool. I don't think I've ever seen an Asian Magneto, but that won't stop me. I think it's a cool display piece too. Some of these, the curves and the lines on this thing. Let's see. Do we have any more questions? Let's see. Kate says, smack that like. Yes, appreciate you. Thank you. There's pretty consistent stream of awesome people that are in here. If you have a chance to hit the thumbs up, lets YouTube know that you're enjoying this video, and maybe somebody else will too. So that would be very appreciated. Thank you. Luis says Bandai just released a anti-static brush for what? For cleaning? Paul, have you heard of this?
Nope. I just keep my stuff behind glass.
That's awesome. Okay, that works too. Yeah, I need new shelves too. God damn it. Need a Carson Teva figure for sure. In the meantime, you can only get half of Carson Teva in a diamond bust, right?
Diamond Select, or is it it's Gentle Giant and Diamond
Oh, no.
Select?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gentle Giant.
And they're available on Amazon apparently. At
Really?
a much cheaper price too, and they'll deliver it to you. So check it out. I don't have the link, but somebody recently resent me the link that the Carson Teva busts are available on Amazon.
Carson Teva bust. Woo, that's not a bad price. It's not a bad price. All right, I'm going to screen share this. San Diego previews exclusive 2023. 16% off. Maybe it's time. Order today. Free delivery Monday. That's too slow. I don't want it. Lego. The Gentle Giant makes absolutely beautiful sculpts for the Star Wars bus.
For the bus, yeah.
Canada, we have to order from eCollectibles. Do they have the bust? But hey, if you're Canadian and you're ordering from eCollectibles, you can save 5% off of your order with code Toying Around at checkout. I think it's free shipping at $125. And what's another cool collectible, Paul, that you can get from eCollectibles?
Oh, they are offering the Carson Teva Black Series roleplay helmet, and for an additional fee, you can get them autographed by yours truly before they get shipped out to you. So I've got a deal with eCollectibles, Mike over to eCollectibles, and there's a certain number that he's pre-sold. So I got to get up there once he gets them in stock, and I will be signing them.
Are they sold out?
At eCollectibles?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't know.
eCollectibles. I'm on eCollectibles right now. And I I don't see it there. Well, just the regular. I think the other one sold out.
All right. I think you must have capped it then.
But again, if you're ordering anything, use code toying around. And yes, it does help this channel out. Don't search that on Google. Always good advice, Kayla. Let's see. Easier to. Yeah, speaking Morsely, are you on a different part of the show? I'm not sure. G Marcus says, Paul, did you do the Hasbro photo reel treatment, then
No.
slap it on a Wedge or Luke?
No.
You've been scanned at some point, right? Just not.
Every time I do the series, they do the scan. But he's asking, I think G Marcus is asking if I've done the selfie series thing.
Yeah. I mean, no, you didn't. I have a version of the scan of your head from last year. E-collectibles, yes. If you're into Marvel Legends, the up for pre-order today patch and mix patch Mr. Fix-It, the Wolverine and Hulk 2-pack is up for pre-order. Marvel Legends Angel as well, so go check it out. DK's just transforming random shit now. Yeah, why don't you guys hear the hello there?
No.
No.
That's weird. Oh, I am TJ Williams says, I got the signed one. Can't wait to get it. Paul will be my first Star Wars autograph.
Nice.
Nice.
In the US? Hell yeah.
Hello there.
That's super cool. Yeah, why don't we call it another 5 minutes? Otherwise, we get up out of here. It's getting late in the night. Although, Paul, the first time you were here, it was like a quick 3-hour stream that flew by. Was that like 2 years ago now?
Yeah. No, longer. Is it longer than that?
2020. You
I
started
think
2020? 2020.
Maybe
So that's
longer.
almost. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's a little bit longer than that. It's been a few years.
Oh, that's nice. And we're still friends. I like that.
Yes.
2021, I think. 2021.
We did 2 Star Wars Day streams. And then 1 year we didn't. So that's got to be like 3. Man, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah. Well, other than that, while we wait for any last minute questions, Paul, do you have any plugs? What you got going on?
No, absolutely nothing except for Avatar The Last Airbender premieres on Netflix February 22nd. I'd appreciate it if you're a fan of the series to check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think you'll, in fact, enjoy it immensely. I got some announcements that'll be coming up fairly soon regarding some convention appearances. And yeah, we just need to finalize some details and sign those contracts, and I'll be able to announce it. I'm very, very happy about what's going on. And until then, you can follow me on Instagram at Angry Appa, and on YouTube at Bitter Asian Dude Inc. is my YouTube channel. Funboxing Sundays, every Sunday, 7 p.m. Well, not every Sunday, most Sundays, semi-regularly, bi-monthly.
Do you want to do another take?
No, it's the truth. It's been busy. We've been undergoing massive renovations, and they've just finished, and now we're in the moving in phase of just repopulating this room, and it's a very daunting thing because I have not. The room is ready, but the storage I still got to get cabinets. I have to, find places to store these things because I have a new workspace now, but I don't have any of the shelves I used to have in the old house, and so I'm just trying to find storage for my tools and all the greeblies and stuff. So it's I've been watching a lot of Adam Savage, a lot of his tested stuff because he's got some great ideas for shelves and tool storage and stuff like that. So I've been watching a lot of Adam actually, which has been cool.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Well, yeah. Bitter Asian Dude Inc. on YouTube, It's hyperlinked in the video description here on the YouTube video. So go check that out. If you said you're streaming this Sunday, hopefully you might have an extra thing or two to open this weekend.
Yeah.
If I can get out to you. Yeah, thank you.
Wait, sorry, and there's one more thing. I totally forgot. I didn't forget. I wasn't gonna mention it, but since Dole is actually sort of doing it, I am working on another podcast / video podcast series with the aforementioned Ryan Dole, Steve 3, and BC DeLorean. It is called The Geeks Lair. And we've recorded the first 2 episodes. We're just sort of editing them right now and getting them together. They'll be available fairly soon on Biteration Dude Inc.
Nice
podcast version of it. And so we're going to be recording we got a few more episodes recording, and we'll start dropping them very, very shortly. So you can keep your ears to the ground for that. And we just basically talk about, stuff, we got different segments. Like one is called 20 Minutes of Bullshit. We're just catching up with each other, and then shit that we got. And then we talk about like things that we want to talk about, be it, theater etiquette to, the state of fandom in general and stuff like that. And we have these fun discussions, we hope. Anyways, check it out. They'll be coming soon. The Geeks Lair on Biteration Dude Inc. under the bad umbrella of.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that. Expanding the content.
Yeah.
I love it. Sweet. I am working on a review, getting back to a review. This because I'm really excited for this one. This is the Marvel Legends No Way Home Green Goblin. So I'm working on finishing that. I'm going to try it differently. I'm going to try and embed a giveaway into this video as well. The video is going to go up on Patreon first. And again, if you want early access ad-free to some of these videos, you can go check out patreon.com/toyingaround. It's just a way for you to support the videos and the content here, and just more, help upgrades for the channel and everything. So there's a lot of awesome people from Patreon who are in the chat already. And thank you to the channel members, everyone who's over there. And at January 28th, we're going to do a giveaway for Patreon. This Sunday, we're going to do a watch along. If you're in the Butter Prime tier, it links you into Discord, and then we do like watch alongs. Batman. This week, I want to do Kung Fu Hustle. I got to figure out where that's streaming, by the way. The age-old conundrum. Which platform is it streaming on?
I have it on disc if you need.
I have a bootleg. The thing is, I don't think I have a Blu-ray player. Yeah, that's the problem in my house.
Do you have a console?
Do you have a laptop?
Gaming console?
I have a gaming console. My laptop doesn't have a CD-ROM drive.
You can play your Blu-ray on your gaming console.
Yeah, and then I gotta bring it down here, plug it into the inputs, and stream it into the thing. Yeah.
You mean when you say down here, you mean in the bathroom?
Well,
and then Ernie's watching from the shower.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's been really cool just getting videos out and getting feedback from like a more focused group on Patreon that enjoy what I'm doing, and putting out the videos from like Japan and all the toy halls and things like that. So it's been a lot of fun. Everyone who's in the chat, thank you. Like Tracy, is good to see your name again. Patty, a lot of people whose names were, I remember from Boba Squadron days, and until the next show comes out, we were talking about doing some streams, but you got another podcast going on. Everyone's got a lot of stuff to do. Hopefully a new show comes out soon from Star Wars. DK, you're off social media. You don't know the login for your toy account. What else is going on with you?
Not this Sunday. Next Sunday. No, is it next Sunday? What is it? Hold on.
First word out of your mouth.
No. Well, it's not this Sunday. It's the next Sunday. Sunday, January 28th. Kev and I will be in Ontario's Collectors Con convention. So we'll be trying to get rid of some of our, backlog of whatever stuff that we don't.
We're selling really great toys. Can you make it sound a little better? We are selling some
Yeah.
really great
Yeah,
collectibles
we're selling some.
curated from our personal collections.
Isn't it all just shit you just don't want no more?
Shut! What is with you two?
Shut up, boy.
Shut up, boy. You are fully licensed and bonded by
But yeah, we're gonna be there. Yeah, that's about it. Come hang out. Come shop for toys. Come chat. Come say hi. And that's it.
Just come. When will the Avatar trailer drop? Isn't it already out?
That's a teaser.
A teaser.
Yeah. There's a full trailer coming. I have no idea. I have no idea when it's coming. So
Hell yeah. Hey. Great to hang out with two good friends. You guys are awesome. Paul, thank you for being here and chatting, sharing some of your experiences with us, some of your insights and opinions, and of course, most importantly, your toys with us. And hopefully I don't get demonized.
you're already demonized.
Demonized by the YouTube. Appreciate you, man. Everyone go check out Paul on Disney Plus, on YouTube, on all that stuff. I'm honestly, it's cool that you're here. It's super awesome. I'm so happy for everything that you get to do, man.
Thanks, man. I love being on the show. Thank you for inviting me and sort of helping me get kickstarting me into this world of being on YouTube and unboxing toys.
YouTubing.
YouTubing. Yeah.
YouTube.
And DK, I'll see you next week. I'll see you next week. Yeah, that's it. Everybody have yourselves a great evening. Thank you for being here. If you can hit the thumbs up on your way out, again, that helps me because it tells YouTube, hey, you like this. Other nerds will like this too, hopefully. Unless you're gatekeeping and you're like, you can't like this. No, I'm kidding. Everyone have yourselves a great night and keep toying around. Peace.
Bye.
Oh, Paul doesn't do music. I was going to say, Paul, pick a song.
I can pick a song.
Pick a song.
Wrong song.
Remember when your son was playing that on the recorder?